Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets returned to home ice last night to face the Edmonton Oilers. The Blue Jackets had a 3-goal lead in the third period, but had to survive a late Edmonton push. The CBJ would go on to win 5-4. The Cleveland Cavaliers played their third game in 4 nights last night. They hosted the Toronto Raptors and lost 126-113. Their next matchup is Saturday against the Memphis Grizzlies. Thursday Night Football saw the New England Patriots defeat the New York Jets 27-14. Former Buckeye Travion Henderson had 93 total yards and 3 touchdowns. And speaking of the Buckeyes, they'll host UCLA over at the Shoot tomorrow. Kickoff is at 7:30. This update was sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy lower rates than the national average, plus a special rate on balance transfers with the Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Happy Football Friday. What is up? I am T-Bone. He is Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis. How are you?
I am fantastic, T-Bone.
Yeah. Ready to go for a Football Friday?
Fired up, ready to go. I have a 4.5-hour drive upon me today. So, But how I reward myself is I know that once I get there, I will be able to get Portillo's.
Oh, are you going to Portillo's?
Yeah, I'm going to. You think I'm going to Illinois and not getting Portillo's?
Listen,
Are you
I
insane?
had it when I went for the Ohio State game. I had forgotten about it.
I did not.
How could you ever forget Portillo's?
I haven't been to Illinois in years.
I had my first Portillo's experience only a few years ago when I go to the Indy 500 every year.
You worked with Common Man all these years?
Well, I didn't go.
And he never made you get some Portillo's?
I never was somewhere where I could get it. But here's the thing. When I went to the Indy 500 a few years ago, I noticed that they had opened one in Carmel or something like that. It's up that way. They had, or maybe it was Fishers. I don't know. One of the ritzy suburbs up there. They had
Urbana.
Urbana. Champagne Urbana. No, so I went up and tried it for the first time ever, and it was
What
the
did you-
bomb.
what'd
It
you
was
get?
great. I got the sausage and steak, or the sausage and beef.
I get the Italian beef.
Well, I thought I would do that, but since I didn't, I was like, I don't know when I'm coming back. I saw they had 2 meats, and I was like, 2 meats are better than 1 meat.
Riley Reed.
Why did that play?
Cut
anyway,
that up.
I don't know. So I said 2 meats are better than 1. I'll take it. So then I had that. I had the fries, and then I had the chocolate cake shake thing.
I'm not a fan.
Chocolate cake shake.
I'm not
slap.
No, it's
Fantastic.
not. No,
Fantastic.
Best part.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's too much.
No, Tyvis.
It is. I'm
Live a
not gonna
little.
lie to you. It is too much.
You are lying to me.
It's too much. It's too chocolatey. It's just too much. But you got to get the Italian. You got to get the Italian beef with your bread lightly dipped. You got to get the cheese put at the bottom.
Oh, we can't.
And then you got to get the sweet peppers.
Okay. I get it. Here's what I do. I get no peppers. I don't need the peppers. I don't even need it.
Defeats the purpose. There's no point even going.
No, it's
My
it's,
mouth. I can put it what I want when I want.
That's right, T-Bone. Let that guy coach Michigan State. That's what I say. Good dude. Whoever that guy is smart. Anyway, yeah, but Portillo's good. Glad you're getting Portillo's. Again, not a foodie, and yet he goes to Portillo's whenever you're rewarding yourself by going to Illinois and getting Portillo's.
Well,
once again, proving you are a foodie.
No, I can't have it unless I'm in that area. So why would I not?
That's just called physics.
That's a foodie mentality.
That's how humans work. Like, I can't be in London if I'm not in London. What do you mean? Yes, you can't have Portillo's if you're not near a Portillo's, but when you're there, you get it because you're a foodie.
That doesn't make you a foodie. That
Yes,
makes
it is.
That
No.
makes you somebody that enjoy a specific restaurant.
Do you think all the health-crazed individuals in your line of work, television, that you do? Do you think all those guys, when they travel, they're like, oh, I got to go to Portillo's? No, they're like, I got to get my wheatgrass shake, and I got to eat my kale salad. I got to watch the figure.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is. That's how, I guarantee you, Gus Johnson is like, wheat germ, yeah. Like, that's what he's getting in the mornings. He's not eating Portillo's. Are you kidding me? Look at the figure. The man has no body fat. That's exactly what he's doing. You, on the other hand, are like me. You like food, and you're a little afraid to admit it, but you like food, and you're willing to eat it when you go places like this. So good for you. I'm proud of you.
I eat to live. I don't live to eat.
You do both.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You just said you reward yourself by going to Portillo's. That
I'm driving 4.5 hours.
Yes, a task you don't want to do.
And I got it. And when I get there, I'm getting some Portillo's.
Foodie. That's all I'm saying.
I guess.
All right. So we have lots to get to today. Buckeyes playing UCLA. I saw Ramsey Nasrallah, who writes for 11 Warriors, bring this up, and I don't have a ton to say on the UCLA game right now in this segment. We will have more to say later throughout the show, I'm sure, but here's my one plea for tomorrow. He brought this up, and it's a spectacular point. You better wear the color-on-color uniforms.
Yes.
The light blue with the red.
I think actually I want to extend this point out. I think when Ohio State and Michigan play, it should always be the navy blue, maize blue uniforms. The maize and blue should be that color, but it should not their white uniforms. And Ohio State should wear their scarlet and grays, not their road whites. They should always play color on color. When UCLA and USC play, that should always be full color uniforms. I think those rivalries are better when you're not putting one of the teams in just basic white uniforms. The only reason, you know why they did that back in the day?
Put the white over.
You know why they even have away uniforms?
Why is that?
When they first put games on TV and it was black and white, people were confused because they're like, I can't, because all it was like shades of dark and they couldn't tell who was who. So obviously, if you're in the stadium, you could tell it was very vibrant, but on TV, it looked like crap. So they started asking teams to wear a very stark, different color choice so that you could see it. Okay. So now we still do that, even though we have 4K. 8K. What are we doing? Why do we need that? Wear the colors you want to wear. UCLA, be brave. Bring your powder blues out tomorrow. Let's go.
They're definitely going to wear white jerseys. They're probably going to be in all white.
Stupid.
I'm just saying.
Stupid. Missed opportunity. Buckeyes are favored by, what is the exact line right now? Is it 30?
1 million.
Right.
Isn't it like
doesn't
32
matter.
and a half or something?
Yeah, it's up there. Let me look it up real quickly because I'm totally prepared for this.
The
Tomorrow
Buckeyes
night,
are favored by 31 and a half.
Over-under is 47.5 for what it's worth. That game is at 7:30. Of course, all the action right here on the Fan. Coverage will start bright and early at 2 p.m. But, we'll have other programming on in the morning, so you'll have lots of Buckeye discussion throughout the day. Last night, Jackets time. Got it done against Edmonton.
Come on now.
In regulation.
Come on now.
5-4 win.
Yes, sir.
They're a nationwide.
Come on now.
Now, if you got up and just looked at the box score and you're like, yeah, they won 5-4, what a great victory. It was.
It was better than that.
It is a great victory. However, if you were watching that game, you were, I think, probably shooting blood out of your eyes late in that third period because you're like, oh my God, they were up 5-2.
They're about to do it again.
They gave away a couple goals, and you're like, no, not again.
I mean, in the middle of the game, I sent you guys this meme.
I hate this team.
Yeah,
You did say that.
You did.
Because they were up at that time, I think it was
5-2, probably.
No, but I had sent that even before that.
Oh.
They were up 2 goals at a different juncture of the game. They gave up a quick goal, and then they gave up another goal, but it got reviewed, and it was determined that Edmonton was offsides. But emotional roller coaster last night at Nationwide, for sure.
Very much so.
Isn't that what makes the sport great?
I guess.
My man, Matthew Olivier. Two goals.
Yes.
Oh, no, he's
Two
good.
goals.
2 goals.
He's
No
good.
Come on
fights.
now. No fights, but 2 goals.
He just, on the first goal, I think, he just straight took the puck from McJesus and scored a goal.
Yeah.
He said, have you ever heard of Pontius Pilate or Judas?
Yeah, take that, Connor McDavid. You suck. Anyway, he doesn't suck because he's still awesome. He scored goals in this game. Draisaitl had his goal. It doesn't matter. You won. You beat that 2-man team. Love to see that. By the way, some other Jacket stuff very quickly. So you have an injury to Boone Jenner we just found out about yesterday. That's long-term. That's not great. I'm going to say that's not great. However, one slight benefit to that injury that I'm not wishing on anyone. I hope he gets better, all of that. We're better when Boone Jenner's playing on this team. But for whatever reason, they love to play him on the first 2 lines. And I don't think that's when the Jackets are at their best. I think the Jackets are at their best playing in games like this, where it's high scoring and there's a lot of goals, there's a lot of action. Boone Jenner slows the game down, tries to make it so that doesn't happen. But when he's getting first line, second line minutes, I don't think this team is as effective as it can be. I think Baker and I were talking about this before. When was the Jackets' best period of play that they've ever had in their career? At the time of the Jackets that we look back to, that Tampa Bay series, he was mostly a fourth line guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying if the coaching staff refuses to play him on the fourth line, now they have to try out other guys in the first and second line. So good. I don't want him to be injured, but I'm saying I'm curious to see the results of that.
Fantilli has 3 goals in the last 3 games playing on a line with the Russians.
Yeah, right.
Karel and Dmitry Voronkov.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
I don't either.
They putting him on.
Also, Dean Evison was very evasive yesterday when we asked him about the goaltending situation, and he kind of said, we say some. He basically said, we sometimes lie to you. We basically say things in the media that aren't true, or we can't tell the full truth. Came out yesterday that because Jet Greaves started yesterday in net, and he said, apparently talking to the media, I saw Portsline tweeted this out, that he was asked, is Elvis healthy? And he goes, yeah, he's healthy. He's fine. So what is this? I don't know, and I don't care.
What it is that Jet Greaves is the starting goalie of the
That's what I'm saying. I think it's what's just happened there, and we're trying to be sensitive to everybody's emotions, but I think what just happened is, Jet Greaves is kind of taking that job, and they're ready to say that. Also, like you said, Adam Fantilli playing well, Olivier playing well, so good. Good to see the Jackets get that win last night. That's nice. They need to stack these when you're at home.
You know who need to get a win? Your Cleveland Cavaliers. Stunk it up.
Okay. Hey.
Shout out to Tavion Henderson.
Dude.
I got him on fantasy.
How he wasn't getting chances earlier with this team, I don't know, but Vrabel obviously has the secret sauce. You're right. The Patriots beat the Jets last night. Was it 27-14, I believe? And he accounted for 3 of those touchdowns.
Come on now.
Travion Henderson. Let him live.
Travion Henderson.
Yeah. Good. I hear that guy's pretty busy. Whoever that guy was that said that, he's got a lot of things on his plate right now. Might not want to bug him for football references right now.
What, the star of the new season of South Park?
Yes, that guy. Yeah, that's right. Well, he's not the only star. An former Ohio senator, is also a big star in the new season of South Park, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, congrats to the Jackets. They get the job done. Congrats to Tavion/Travion Henderson for doing what we know he could do. Love to see that. So yeah, it's a good Friday start here. We got some wins. We got some Buckeyes doing things in the league. That's all well and good. And we will talk Buckeyes, UCLA a little bit more as we go throughout the show. However, next, you'll have to give me a minute. I have to bring up something that I know. It's soccer. It's MLS. But yesterday, the Major League Soccer, the League of Major League Soccer, did something that I think will fundamentally change the way you watch Columbus Crew games going forward. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Friday. We are noticing our first crash of the morning, and it is happening over by Lockburn, just south of the city. The left lane is currently blocked on 23. That's southbound direction at Cottage Street because of that incident out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa. Next level wellness, 5-star IV and aesthetic treatments. Look great, feel great. 4 locations in Central Ohio. Book your drip at HydrateMeMedSpa.com.
Shop the Meijer 2-day super sale this Friday and Saturday for a good deal better on family favorites. 3-pound bags of select apples are just $1.99 each. Select varieties of Michelina's frozen meals are 88 cents. And select varieties of Aunt Millie's bread are buy one, get one free. Plus, stack your savings. Spend $100 or more between November 12th and the 18th and receive a $10 coupon at checkout. Getting savings on top of savings. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Looking to get your roof or siding replaced this fall? Call the company that delivers an excellent customer experience every time. Newman Roofing. Don't wait. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for your Friday as temperatures warm up into the upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we head into the weekend, we're tracking even warmer temperatures here for Saturday with highs in the mid-60s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
Are you working? Because we barely are. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football and quiet quitting. The Fan. One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
1 hour from now, we will talk to Jeff Svoboda about that Jackets victory last night. Jackets get it done 5-4 versus Edmonton. Nice win for them coming back home after the West Coast road trip. They keep the momentum from that Kraken game going. Nice to see. Now they have a 3-game point streak, a 2-game win streak. Got some guys going. I think Kirill Marchenko's on like a 10-game point streak, too, if I'm not mistaken. So, very good play out of him. We'll talk to Svoboda about that in 1 hour from now. Also, we've got some audio for you that is priceless coming up at 8:17. That is 2 hours from now. That is Morning Breath, where one of the biggest agents in sports made an absolute fool of himself in front of cameras and microphones and everything else.
Did he say he wants some glory hole?
No, I can't even describe to you how weird the audio is from Scott Boras, but it's weird. If you haven't seen it, you can go look it up on your own time. We will play it for you coming up at 8:17 on Morning Breath. Also, I have some not audio, but just a quote from Wilfried Nancy, the head coach of the Columbus Crew, that is also going to make Morning Breath. That segment is, by the way, for people to just shut up And he had some stuff that he said that I'm just like, dude, you need to stop talking. You need to stop bringing this up. But we'll get to that, like I said, 8:17. Speaking of MLS, though, there is a new calendar for Major League Soccer. So in 2027, they have announced that for the 2027/2028 season is what it will be. They are going to switch from what they usually do. Right now, season starts in March. Next season will start late February, early March, and it will run through October. And then the playoffs are in November. And then MLS Cup final is in December, like December 6th or 12th or something like that. That is usually how it's been for the majority of Major League Soccer's existence. That is the time frame they've been on, some version of that. Well, no more. They are going to move to starting in late July, early August, and then the regular season will conclude in April. The playoffs and MLS Cup will happen in May. So Crew Stadium, Lower.com Field now, will be completely dormant for most of June and July, and possibly if the Crew don't make the playoffs, May, which that's just 3 of the nicest weather months you have around here. 3 of the times where people like to go out to, soccer games because it's like, oh, hey, let's go out and hang out on a 75-degree night, get some drinks in, watch the Crew, go hopefully win. You're going to lose a good portion of those games because of this dumb schedule. But good news, you'll get to watch games in November and February. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It's cold.
Oh?
It's cold.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cold.
Really?
It is.
So, you're not going to go?
I'd go. I'm Tyvis. This is not about me.
You hear this, Dylan?
I said I'll go.
Dylan, you hear him, right?
Tyvis, go look at my...
He said it's cold.
Hold on. Go look at my Instagram. Go look at the photo of me and my wife. It's one of my pinned photos. It's from, we had a date night earlier this year. Go look at where we are. We are at a Crew game in February, wearing our hats and our gloves and freezing our asses off, but we were there because we support. And I will still support this team, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, MLS teams just need to move to domes with this calendar. That's what I heard.
That's great. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I just want T-Bone to be comfortable. I mean, I don't want you to be cold.
I'm comfortable wherever I am. Okay. I'm fine. I'll be there. But here's my point. I'm a diehard. I helped with the Save the Crew movement. I have been watching these games since 1996. I know all about TAM and GAM. I know about the shot clock. I know the lore and the history of Major League Soccer. You don't need to convince. They're not trying to get me. Tyvis, how many Crew games have you been into in your life?
0.
Okay. Dylan, you go to Crew games. How many have you been to? Probably like a dozen?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. So like the two of you are in the target demo of you're in your 30s, you've got some disposable income, you have children, and you're not opposed, Tyvis, you're not opposed to going to a Crew game.
No, I will go to a Crew game.
Right. Okay.
I ain't going in February, I'll tell you that.
All right. I would think so in this town specifically, and in other towns too, where they have NFL teams, where they have NCAA football teams, you are going to run into the start of the season, August. You might get 1 or 2 games where it's like, oh yeah, I can make one of those games.
See, that's not good for me.
September and October and November, those are all the same weekends as college and pro football.
Yeah, none of that's gonna
attendance will be down.
None of that's going to work for me.
Right.
Because I have...
You work, I know.
Yeah.
But Dylan, you don't necessarily work every Browns and Buckeyes game day per se.
I don't even work when I'm here.
Right, fair enough. Totally agree. Would you find it easier or harder to get to games in the fall when like kids' activities are going on? You've got sports to watch that you want to watch, maybe other than soccer?
I would probably forget that the Crew exist.
Right, that's how you're starting your season.
Yeah.
Great. But let's just say, theoretically, your Crew soccer viewing experience, they can't be ignored because let's say they get Cucho Hernandez 2.0 and they go get Brian McBride 2.0 and they get all these dudes and they're just the best team in Major League Soccer to start the season.
Okay.
They're beating everybody 4-5 to nothing.
Okay.
They got a guy who's banging in 2 goals a night.
I like
he's a stud. Everybody's talking. He's a generational player.
We get a hat trick every now and again.
Right. So November rolls around and you're thinking, you know what? Maybe I could get to a game. I kind of want to go see him.
In December, you say?
Okay, but maybe you're like, it's so cold out, I don't care, though. I want to see. And maybe the next weekend you look and you say, hey, it's going to be in the 40s, 50s. That's not bad. I'll go. Like this weekend's supposed to be decent weather. It's going to be in the 50s.
High 50s.
Great. Here's the other good news about this schedule. Because they know it's going to be cold in a lot of these places, they've decided they're going to take a 2-month break during the middle of the season. So December and January, there will be no soccer. So the Crew are building the momentum. They got this great player. They're talented. They're beating everybody. See ya in February.
I'm trying to figure out why they think February is any better. And
it's not.
And that's my birthday month.
It's going to be cold then, too.
That's the best month in the year. But if I can tell you that it's going to be even colder in February.
Right. So your basic chances to go see the Crew, if you're like us and you like college football, pro football, and that takes up your weekends in the fall, and you have kids' activities taking up your weekends too, then you go to this winter and it's like, oh, it's cold and they're not playing. Then February rolls around, still cold. March rolls around, still cold. Maybe by April, you'll get to go and watch your team. But well, by then, the star player got hurt and they traded 2 guys, and now the team is like in the cellar and they didn't make the playoffs. You got like 2 weekends in April where you can go watch this team where it'd be like decent weather, maybe, and you could actually have a schedule free enough to go watch.
So let me ask you, is it frowned upon for soccer to be played in the dome?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually soccer. You want the elements.
So they're going to kick the ball in the snow pile.
They actually, when it snows, Tyvis, they bring out the orange ball. That's a thing. Oh. They have a special, because it's white. The ball's usually white. You can't, how are you going to find it on the snow? They have a different colored ball for when it's the snow.
So when this start, this upcoming season?
No. So this won't start here's what they're going to do. Again, because this is so brilliant, we're going to start way far in the future. Next year will be normal. February to November will be the schedule, basically, right? Like it is in 2026, that'll be the same. 2027, they're going to start the season in February, and then they're going to end that last official season of that early schedule in like June. They're going to have a mini season. So that's going to be real stupid. And then they'll take their break in August, or in June and July, and they'll come back in August, and that will be the start. 2027, August of 2027 is when this will all start. And it'll go through 2028, and then that'll be on that new schedule.
I'm just not a fan of athletes doing something for a long time, taking 2 months off, and then have to ramp back up. I just don't think that that's smart.
Dylan, does that sound? Do you feel like you would be more excited about the Crew if you knew that like in the middle of the season there's just a giant 2-month break? Does that feel like you would keep your interest, or would you say, I'll find something else to get interested in?
I feel like it's bad when hockey does it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 2 months.
Yeah. Miss me with that.
Right.
No, but here's the good news. I was told by a lot of like business majors on Twitter who weren't alive when the Crew were founded, which is fine, by the way. It's fine. I'm not disrespecting the age. But what I am saying is understand that I've watched this league for a very long time. And I had fans yesterday, people getting my mention say like, oh, in Germany, they take a 2-month break. One, they don't. They take like a maybe 5-week break. But also, that's Germany. I don't live in Germany. Do you? Have you ever been to Germany? I didn't grow up. That's their NFL in Germany, and they're used to it because that's been their system for the entirety of their lives. Major League Soccer is still trying to get people interested in this sport. I don't think you're getting the casual fans or the occasional fans who go to games who are going to say, oh, yeah, I'm really interested in this. They might say they are. Let's see how the ticket sales do. I feel bad for the Crew ticket reps who have to try to sell tickets to this crap. It sucks. I wouldn't blame you if you left. If you said, I'm going to go to a real league where I can actually try to make money.
Are you saying that people are going to be too cold to go to those games?
I'm saying this is a dumb decision by Don Garber.
I'm trying to figure out why wouldn't fans go to the game?
For a variety of reasons I just laid out. You got college and pro football in the fall.
Okay, that's the side.
He just wants you to admit that it's cold and that's why people aren't going to come and stuff shouldn't be played outside. No, that's what he wants from you.
I'm just saying. Maybe if they had a dome, I think more people would be inclined to go see it.
Yeah, fine. Go ahead. Well, they do play. Atlanta has a dome. Go root for them. Go root for Atlanta United. They play in that.
I have no ties to Atlanta.
They call that stadium, that's where the Falcons play.
Mercedes-Benz dome.
Yeah, they have the roof at the top where it like opens up and closes, that little circle.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Megatron's BH is what they call that. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what they call that. Yeah. So you go watch Megatron's BH. I'll be trying to watch real soccer, but unfortunately, they're making it more difficult. But whatever. Everyone on Twitter tells me it'll be fine. It'll actually be great. It'll be so much better. Excited for the 4 months where we don't have soccer in Columbus because they give us all away games in November and February because it's too cold. So we won't see. I'm just going to stop. I have some audio that you may actually care about. Thank you for letting me rant. I have some audio about Dan Orlovsky talking about how the Buckeyes They're just not tested. They're just not tested. You're going to hear from him in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are noticing some slowdowns in our south side of the city this morning, and that's because of some ongoing construction. Currently, it's happening right now in 270, that eastbound direction, right at that 23 intersection. Not one, but 2 left lanes blocked out there, down to travel times at 17 miles per hour. If you're heading towards this area, make sure to take it nice and slow. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Install 3125. Visit website for details.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Both cylinders got it. No shooting lane for him. It closed down quickly. Now he gets it down low. And Coyle stops the puck. He couldn't shoot it when it got to him right away. Now they put it in front. And here is a score! Matthew Olivier parked there and waiting. Gets his second of the game. And the Blue Jackets now have a 5-2 advantage over the Edmonton Oilers. Oh, flapjacks on a Ferris wheel.
There you go. Bob McElligott calling the Jackets game. That was what made it 5-2. Jackets ended up winning that game 5-4. Don't ask about how the 4 happened. Let's forget all about that. And by the way, producing that beautiful audio, none other than our guy Dylan Gonzalez.
I do nothing there like I do nothing here.
No,
Bob
but
is the best in the business.
There you go. But you were right there in the booth next to him last night. And then you get up bright and early this morning and you're with me.
Yeah.
And Tyvis.
3 great hours of sleep I got last night.
That's all you need is 20 minutes.
Oh, is that right, Tyvis? Is that what you get?
20 minutes.
Okay, good. That's fine.
Recharge. I had the thing where I was asleep, had to wake back up to get my hair cut, then go back to sleep again.
When was your haircut?
He got there at like 10:30.
See, so this is actually how early Tyvis goes to sleep.
Okay.
I went back to sleep at like
no, man. That's why they.
Listen,
that's why they make great clips, buddy. You just gotta. Sorry, I'm sure you guys.
I don't know if they do my type of hair.
We can't go to Great Clips.
I don't know. All right, there are other barbers that are open during normal business hours.
I don't tell my barber I want a 2-guard on the side. I say I want a fade.
Yeah. By the way,
I might go into Great Clips and say, yeah, I want a fade. They look at me like, what is a fade? I want a ball fade, too.
I don't know if it's still around. There was a barbershop I went to when I had hair, back when I was a kid even, Royal Crown Barber over in Gahanna. And all I walked in there and said, I want a fade. And they would say, do you want it blocked or do you want it tapered? And that would be it. And then that would be, but I'd get like, if I
want it taper for sure.
Okay. But then I would tell them what I wanted and they would do it. And then I didn't know what blade it was. I just said, yeah, that's what I want.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So I don't know what blade it is. Guess what? That guy didn't wake me up at 10:30 and be like, hey, time to get your hair cut. I just walked in there at like 4 p.m. and they cut my hair.
Taya's a different type of guy. He goes all night.
I got it.
He like a 24/7.
You've never had a barber. You've never had a barber on CP time before, T-Bone. You don't know what it's like.
No, but we had a repairman story that I'll get to later. We had a guy come over, not on CP time, just on his own time. But he came over, and the guy was like, I'll be there between like 6 and 8 p.m. He ended up getting there at like 9:15. I thought, does this guy also cut hair? Because I felt like maybe I met your barber. Because he got there super late.
Because that wouldn't be right. You know, he told me he'd be at my house yesterday at 8:30. He got there at 10:30.
Oh, okay. Well,
so anytime he tell you a time, you just put 2 hours or maybe 3 hours on it.
But the repairman got the job done, so I was glad. Our dryer was on the fritz, so he came and fixed it and did a great job.
Tyvis's hair looks good, so it must have been worth it for him to wait on his barber as well.
Perfect. All right, so Dan Orlovsky, who didn't we just play audio of him yesterday? Oh, I didn't play the audio. I was talking about him with Kevin
was praising
Stefanski.
Kevin Stefanski.
Great. He's really in my good graces today because he also had this quote about Ohio State football. I mean, this is a really original take that no one in the media has had, so I'm glad finally someone's saying
the least tested number 1 team in the history of college football. They've played nobody. I mean, week 1, Texas. Ever since then, they haven't played anybody. I don't know if they played a team that's ranked right now since Texas. They have been trailing for 1 second in the second half this year. We have no idea who this Ohio State team, very good team, quarterback's a really good player, Jeremiah Smith's best player in college football. We have no idea who Ohio State is, like down 4 in the fourth quarter.
I mean, that's a solid point.
So you know what makes this whole interesting? Because I laugh at takes like this.
We don't know what they're like either when they're down 20 in the first half. We don't know what they're like when they're down 35 in the fourth quarter. We've never seen this team deal with adversity, Tyvis.
I find it interesting that people say things like this because what if they don't? What if they never go down? What if they so this team isn't the number 1 team? If they, let's say for the rest of the year, they play everybody and they just beat everybody by 10 plus points and they never go down. Because they went, first of all, they have been down in like a couple of these games 3-0, but whatever. Right. Anyways, let's say that they just go out there and they're never down and they just run away with this thing. Does that not clearly make them the best team in the country? I'm a little confused.
You know, the Bulls teams that won 72 games, the Warriors team that won 73 games, I don't believe they ever had a 3-game losing streak. How do those teams come back from a 3-game losing streak?
No,
we never found out.
No game 7s for those guys. In the
we don't even know. Could they have played in a game 7? We don't even know if they could have got the job done. You're right. What a bunch of losers.
The schedule argument is making my blood boil because it only applies to who they want it to apply to. Let's play Tyvis's favorite game. Look at the schedule, and let's not even go that far down the rankings. Let's go to the highest ranked non-Big Ten team, Texas A&M. Okay, They played Notre Dame, who's ranked to start the season. Notre Dame similarly ranked to Texas. Then they beat Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas, LSU, and Missouri. What do all those teams have in common?
Not ranked.
They're not ranked. So why does this get brought up only for Ohio State?
Because they're in the SEC.
Those teams are in the SEC, though, so clearly they're good.
What do you mean?
By the way, do you know how good it's going for LSU right now? They've already fired their head coach, and I just saw. Did you see they're burning the red shirt for their freshman quarterback?
What?
Yeah. They are going to play.
With Garrett Nussmeier?
They're done with Garrett Nussmeier. They're burning the red shirt on the freshman, supposedly.
That's crazy. He should have left last year.
I'm just telling you, like, this is right. Like, remember, again, there are so many things you could take from this. And we as Buckeye fans, I get why Dylan, I get why you're frustrated. I was frustrated when I saw this.
What I don't understand about it is you can make that argument for the top 3 ranked teams. Indiana has the same problem. Oregon is their only 1 ranked win.
Yeah,
but that's similar to beating Texas.
I would think so.
Yeah, so I don't understand what the difference between Ohio State and Indiana is Indiana about lost to a team that Ohio State ran out of the building. Like I don't get it. Like no, but this right here is what I be talking about with national people, but they just be saying stuff for clicks, man. Like that don't even make sense. Like, what are you talking about?
This is what I want to remind Ohio State fans of, because I too was frustrated when I saw that. But the thing that I have to remember is, and you have to remember this too as a listener, like you've watched more Ohio State football than Dan Orlovsky has. 100% guaranteed on that. You have watched more Ohio State football than most of the people who talk about it. Now, maybe some national college football people, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they've tuned in, but they've tuned in probably to watch a couple quarters. And like most people, the reason maybe like the ratings are down for Ohio State football this year, maybe they're not getting the biggest ratings ever, and the SEC's getting great ratings. Part of that is because there's no drama with this Ohio State football team. You know what show gets a lot of ratings? You go watch like reality television, there's a whole bunch of reality TV shows out there, right? The ones that get the ratings are Love Island, Survivor. There's drama. There's intrigue. Stuff goes wrong. People get burned.
I wish I was on the panel when Dan Orlowski said that. I would have looked at him and said, well, let's look at, that's a fair point. Let's look at number 2 and number 3.
No, but I'm saying,
so they're not deserving to be the best top 3 teams either? Like,
people confuse the fact that like the SEC gets watched a lot. They think, oh, well, because it's great teams. No, it's because it's great drama. And Ohio State, have you ever seen the show How Stuff Works? Probably not, because it doesn't get high ratings. I like this show because I'm a nerd.
Never heard of it.
You know what it is? It's a show where they show a factory and they'll say, like, how does a number 2 pencil get made? Matt Patricia watches too. But it shows like first they cut the wood, then they stick the graphite in, then, they put the eraser on. It shows you how a well-oiled factory works. That's Ohio State football. Nothing catches on fire in how it's made when you watch that show. There's no Love Island type of drama when you watch Ohio State football. It just goes according to plan, like a well-run factory. Now, yeah, maybe in the Michigan game, there will be drama and intrigue. That game will have a high rating. Maybe the Big Ten championship game, something will go wrong, and that will cause some intrigue.
I don't think it will.
But there's also a chance, to your point, Tyvis, there is a chance that Ohio State beats Michigan by 2 touchdowns, and there's a chance they play Indiana and keep that game mostly in check for most of the game. Does that mean Ohio State sucks, or are we just watching a great team? If that happens, it should not be held against them, and it won't be. I think Dan Orlovsky's just literally saying stuff to say stuff because he has no idea how to quantify this Ohio State football team right now because it's playing so well. There's nothing you can argue against this Ohio State football team, so they got to make something up, which is, they haven't played a lot of tough competition in the fourth quarter. Great. And like I said, yeah, there's that Joe DiMaggio didn't hit 56 games in a row where he got a hit. He doesn't. What happens when he gets down to 0-3? Like, I don't know. He never gets there. He gets a hit in the second inning. Like, that's greatness. That's a sign of good, not bad.
Like, to your point, is Alabama more battle tested because they decided to mess around with South Carolina? What if Ohio State would have decided to play a close game against Purdue or Penn State or Wisconsin and won by a touchdown like Bama beat South Carolina? Would they be more tested then, Dan? Would that make them a better team if they did that?
I can't wait to the CFP.
I know.
And that's, there's nothing you can say. They're going to come back and they're going to say, yep, Ohio State's clearly the best team.
If Ohio State does what they should.
I don't know what you thought.
Yeah. Well, and at least to their credit, the college football playoffs have said Ohio State's clearly number 1, and everybody else is just looking for something to say. So that's what Dan Orlovsky was doing with that clip. Best bets of the weekend coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Friday. We are noticing yet another crash. This time around, it's over on the east side as you're heading towards the airport. It's on 270, that's southbound direction, just passing Easton Way by McCutcheon Road. The right shoulder currently blocked out there. First responders on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time. But it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Columbus. Henry Cho is bringing his Empty Nest tour to the Speaker Joanne Davidson Theater on Friday, November 14th.
Hey, Columbus, Ohio. Henry Cho here. Get your tickets now. New material. See you there.
Tickets are available at kappa.com.
We've got a double jackpot alert. There's over $1 billion up for grabs right now. Tonight's Ohio Lottery Mega Millions jackpot is at least $965 million. And don't forget your Powerball tickets, too, with Saturday's jackpot at $546 million. Play today. It's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions in prizes, scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and K miles per year ends 12/1.
Looking to launch a career in the skilled trades but don't know where to begin? Part-time service in the Ohio Army National Guard can help. You can kickstart your career by enlisting in one of our many trades-based jobs. Get paid to learn these skills and gain on-the-job training when you report to your unit 1 weekend a month or 2 weeks in the summer. To learn how the Guard can pay for your civilian trade certification, visit nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Remember that rush you got as a kid ripping open your favorite pack of cards? Well, guess what? You can feel it again at Midwest Cards. Right next to Nationwide Arena, this place is a collector's dream with thousands of packs from all eras. Chase that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, pull a rare Michael Jordan, or even hit your favorite Pokemon and relive that childhood thrill. Plus, you can shop their pack wall, kick back in their roomy sports lounge, or even bring in your old cards to sell or trade. Get to Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
It's the biggest savings event of the year. Menards, 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Save big money on everything you need for any project. We've got something for everyone. Homeowners, contractors, DIYers, the kids, and even grandma. Hurry, Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
11% mail-in rebate is a merchandise credit check. Good on future in-store purchases. See menards.com for details.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are back at the shoe for a Big Ten battle with UCLA.
Live fan coverage starts Saturday at 2 with the kick at 7:30.
Every game, every season, proud to be your home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Also coming up today, we have Burt Kreischer tickets to give away in the 8 o'clock hour. So be sticking around for that. When you hear Tyvis and I take our shirts off, call or set. No, we won't do that. Don't worry. YouTube chat just disappeared. It was like, nope, gone. See, no, not for Tyvis, but for me. If I take mine off, that's over. So we're not doing that.
Well, both of you are on a diet or were recently on a diet.
Yeah,
so
sure. Kind of.
You guys should both look good with your shirts off.
I've been working out. I've been doing abs, Peloton. It's like, yeah.
You been playing basketball?
I have not. I couldn't play last Tuesday because the guy, the one friend who like started it all, I guess he said he messed up his hamstring a couple weeks ago.
Well, that's too bad.
And then the other friend said that he played last week and he's still sore. He walking around like an old man. So I'm like, they just old. You know what I'm saying? They old. They get on their Peloton like me. You know what I'm saying? They'd be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they should do. Did you have anything else you were going to say? Was there something else that I interrupted you from or no? I felt you were going to say something else.
I was, but I forgot what it was.
Perfect. Great idea.
Gambling is a risky proposition. A Especially when you listen to these guys. Here's your best bets for the weekend.
All right, so let's get our record first. And then, as you know, if you've listened to this segment, we do one college, one pro every week, usually against the spread, unless Tyvis chickens out on that. But usually it's against the spread. How are we doing so far this year, Dylan?
Yes, so we all have winning records. Tyvis is 10-6. Bone, you're 9-7. I'm 8-7-1 for a combined show record of 27-20-1.
All right, so we're going to give you 6 wagers. Either bet none of them or bet all of them is kind of the strategy I feel like is appropriate, not as a parlay, because we have been ahead every weekend usually. So picking just one or two of our bets may not be the best strategy. May have to take them all for whatever that's worth. But here we go. I'm going to start us off in the Big Ten.
Don't take mine.
Is it out west?
It is.
Is it possibly going to be a little wet and rainy in Southern California?
Yes.
Oh, boy. I may have taken yours. Are you interested at all in a team that has a tremendous defense and no offense? Getting 7.5 points on the road?
Yeah.
All right. We may have picked the same game then, my friend, because
I'm not picking that one now.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
If we both pick it, then it's not going to happen.
Fair enough. That's
all right. Logical.
All right. Well, what's the other game you're looking at? Because the game I'm talking about, if you don't know, is Iowa at USC. Iowa is a 7.5 point dog on the road, and I just feel like every game Iowa has played against better competition than USC, they've kept it within a touchdown. This is going to be gross. It's going to be muddy. It's the type of game Iowa is built to play in, and I feel like USC is just going to have fumbles and turnovers. Iowa may win this outright, but I'll definitely take the 7.5 points.
Okay, I'm going to stay right in the Big Ten. And I'm going to go to Wrigley Field. I'm going to take Northwestern plus the 11.5 points against the Wolverines. Because Heron in the chat is going to say, are you insane? No, I'm not. I think Northwestern is one of those teams that's better than people think they are. You go in there and you think, you see Northwestern and say, they not, we going to roll them. Actually, their defense is pretty solid, and they got a nice little run game as well. So I think that game won't get as high scoring. I think that they will keep it close. So give me Northwestern plus the 11.5.
And it's funny because that's the other game I was looking at. So I'm glad we both had like the 2 games in our wheelhouse that we were staring at. So yeah, and I'm with you. I think Northwestern is highly underrated in this matchup. And yeah, I'm very interested in watching how the Wolverines perform here, where you know what their sights are set on, you know what everybody's sights are set on, but they still have to get it done in this environment. Dylan, where are you going with in college?
I've been on this game all week, been on this spread all week. Give me Texas and Arch Manning going into Athens and covering against Georgia. Plus 6.5, and I would not be shocked.
You want to take them on the money line?
I would not be shocked if Texas pulls the upset up outright, and then all of a sudden, we have the rhetoric of Arch Manning taking a little trip to New York in December.
Stop. Oh, it'll be his Heisman moment. You're right. I forgot.
You leaving like $30 on the table. Just take it on the money line.
So 6.5 is the line. What if I've seen it at 5.5? Would you still take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Texas could pull off the upset. I think
they could.
I think if they play this game,
an asteroid could hit the Earth tomorrow. It doesn't mean it is going to happen.
Sounds like a money line type game.
I think if they played this game 10 times, Georgia would probably win 6 of them.
Okay.
But they would all be close.
All right. That's I like your boldness. I'm a fan of that. I'm going to go to the NFL 1 o'clock game. Bears and Vikings. No. Hang on. You know my strategy has been to fade JJ. It has been. However, that is competing with a different strategy, which is I think Caleb Williams is ass. So
is it because of his quarterback coach that flaked on the show?
It is partially because of that.
Okay.
However, I am actually going to take Minnesota is favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to lay the points. I think Minnesota wins and covers. I think this is a game where the Bears blow up and implode on the road against that Vikings defense. Not because I think J.J. McCarthy's any good, but I am going to go ahead and take the points here or lay the points. Say Minnesota wins and covers the 2.5 spread.
I think you're going for some like reverse juju here is what you're doing.
I'm not.
On Monday, you're either going to be like, I told you so about this pick, or you're going to be like, I told you so about J.J. McCarthy.
How would I say I told you so with J.J. McCarthy if I'm saying, I still think he's going to suck in this game. I just think the Minnesota defense is going to be good, and I think they're going to win. I think they're going to get like a touchdown off of Caleb Williams, personally.
I stink at picking NFL games.
Oh, I do too.
I think most people
I've learned
do.
this. So I'm going to bet with my heart. And I'm going to go to a place that's very near and dear to me. Seattle versus the Rams. Give me Seattle plus the 3.5.
Wow. That's on the road, too. I mean, every game.
Their defense is really good. I don't know why people don't talk about it a lot.
7-2.
Sherm told me before the season, he said, listen, I'm telling you right now, they defense is going to be really good. He's like they defensive coordinator, like a wizard. He like draw plays where it's always a free hitter. And I'm like, Sherm, you just a homer. You still live in Seattle, so you're a homer. And sure enough, I watched D-Law get them 2 things where they was a free hitter, and I'm like, the boy was on to something. So, yeah, I'm going, give me that. That defense is really good.
How do you say his name? Aiden Dirty? Durd? D-U-R-D, whatever. He's their defensive coordinator out there in Seattle. Let him look. Dylan, quickly, who's your pick?
My pick in the NFL, it's a stinky one. Give me the Titans, who are 1-8, +6 against the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud is still out with the concussion.
Yeah.
And Cam Ward will not be saying this after the game.
Yes.
No, they're going to get the win.
Just a cover.
Oh, just a cover. All right, just a cover.
Let's
All right.
not get crazy.
Fair enough. Let's not do that indeed. All right, that's good. I like that. I like these picks. I feel good about them this week. The guy who's in charge of the playoff selection committee in college football is in some hot water in his day job. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at a new crash for our friends in New Albany. Do expect some lane closures on State Route 161, that eastbound direction, just passing 62, closer to Beach Road this morning because of a crash out there. First responders on scene see some slowdowns this morning, really increasing as more people head out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
You know, most people will agree with this. Life is a lot better without pain and more comfort. Hey, it's Anthony. I used to buy the over-the-counter insoles thinking that just the cushion itself would solve everything. It didn't. So I finally got serious about support. I went to the Good Feet store where I was personally fitted for arch supports. I started feeling relief, more stability, and stuff stopped aching. My lower back felt better. I don't care whether you're an athlete or you're retired. Get greater comfort and confidence from personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. That's because their arch supports are designed to align your body from the feet up, and they can help provide relief from pain and discomfort like it has for me. They have an expert staff trained to understand your specific needs, and they recommend the best solutions. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store at one of their convenient locations on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City, or, of course, learn more, a lot more, at goodfeet.com.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. You know, life sometimes is about being in the right place at the right time. For example, maybe you're a huge Buckeye fan. You want to go to a Buckeye game. You want to get tickets, but you know they're tough to get. Maybe you also need new windows for your house. Maybe you sit next to them and you feel that cold, drafty air coming in. You say, oh, if only there was a way I could address both of these concerns at the same time. Well, good news. With Window Nation's end-of-year sale this November, you could save big on windows that fix that draftiness issue. You'll save 50% off all window styles, plus you could get 0% interest financing for 5 years. Well, you're saying, T-Bone, I also said I wanted to go to a Buckeye game. Well, good news. Window Nation is a proud partner of Ohio State Athletics. And right now, when you upgrade your home with Window Nation windows, you could get 2 tickets to an upcoming Ohio State game. See? Right place, right time. WindowNation.com is where you go to get started today. 50% off all window styles plus 0% financing for 5 years this month from Window Nation. Schedule your free estimate today. WindowNation.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets returned to home ice last night to face the Edmonton Oilers. The Blue Jackets had a 3-goal lead in the third period, but had to survive a late Edmonton push. The CBJ would go on to win 5-4. The Cleveland Cavaliers played their third game in 4 nights last night. They hosted the Toronto Raptors and lost 126-113. Their next matchup is Saturday against the Memphis Grizzlies. Thursday Night Football saw the New England Patriots defeat the New York Jets 27-14. Former Buckeye Travion Henderson had 93 total yards and 3 touchdowns. And speaking of the Buckeyes, they'll host UCLA over at the Shoot tomorrow. Kickoff is at 7:30. This update was sponsored by Green & Sons, family owned and operated for over 45 years. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville in Raymond.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. NFL last night, Thursday night football. Big win for the Patriots. They moved to 9-2. And some guy named Travion Henderson. 3 touchdowns on the night. A Buckeye getting the job done in the NFL. Never heard of that. Oh, wait. It's every weekend we hear that. So, yeah, that's great to see for him. Obviously, we need to know how great he is. I just love, too, how people are catching up to the, wow, he's really fast. It's like, yeah. That's the thing, man. Like, who knows? Maybe Quinshawn would be doing stuff if he was in a competent offense. I don't want to, give up on him at all. He's been one of the few bright spots for the Browns offense this year, but
I think both of them are in exactly the place that they need to be. I think so.
You think Quinshawn's in the place he needs to be?
Yeah, because he will be the feature point of the offense moving forward. Like,
I mean, I hope this works out for him.
They had to find somebody to replace Nick Chubb.
Oh, no,
and
he's
and this
a like
draft,
for like
he's
on that, for sure.
He's like the only person that's that close that can do that. So I think that was the right choice.
You know who else is fast and a former Buckeye but kind of stinks?
Who's that?
Justin Fields.
Yeah, I saw him. He ran that
rough.
He ran that touchdown in though early in the game, and I was like, "Oh, there you go, Justin Fields." That literally had that dude, the linebacker or whoever for the Patriots, just standing there in concrete. Couldn't get it. Couldn't turn his hips or anything to go chase after him.
There was nothing for that defensive player to do. I thought he played it just fine. Justin Fields was just faster than him.
That's what I'm saying.
But when it comes to throwing the ball,
well, that's another thing.
This guy is trash, and I feel like we all have a soft spot for him in our hearts from seeing him sling the pill around at the shoe, but I don't think he's ever going to do it in the NFL.
No, I think that ship has sailed. I wish that it would go better for him. Certainly, I'm rooting for him, but no, it's. By the way, speaking of crap organizations, the Jets, certainly their offense is not anything to write home about either.
They're getting Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, is that? Please take him. Don't let the Browns take him. I don't want him. I'm not a fan.
They say he's like Tom Brady.
Who?
Fernando Mendoza.
In what sense?
Is he going in the 7th round then?
No, like he's
great.
Like he meaning like he's like just locked into the game. Like his social life.
He's got moxie?
No. Like his social life. He's like a Bill Belichick. He's so locked into the game, like it affects his social life.
Okay,
because he's just so like tunnel vision on football. Like
I am so.
Don't really know a lot of other stuff.
Don't tell me that people say this stuff because it just makes me mad. Because I hear that and it's like, oh, he's just like Tom Brady. It's like, you mean in the sense that he eats avocado ice cream? Fine. That doesn't mean he's going to play like Tom Brady. Oh, he doesn't have a social life. He's kind of a psycho. Great. I've seen lots of those guys who end up sucking. They're terrible.
For quarterbacks, it's a lot of the times it's above shoulders.
And a lot of the time it's below the shoulders too. You gotta be able to throw the ball. Like you gotta be able to put it where it goes. Like I've seen guys. That's what we got with Dylan Gabriel right now. It's like, oh, he sees the game. He sees the game. Good. He can't throw the ball to where the guys are.
Well,
that's not good.
See, he might. I don't know. With Dylan Gabriel, he lacks anticipation, or it's either that or the height really is challenging to him. Because I was watching the tape and I'm just like, there's some throws that like you should anticipate this guy is open. The ball should be gone.
There are throws where it's 5 yards in front of him on a screen pass and he hits the guy in the calf. Like, what are we talking about? Like, yes, he doesn't anticipate. He's not accurate. Something's not working there. I'm not saying he can't possibly get better at that, but my point is there are lots of guys who see the game well who just can't make the throws. And then there are guys who have all the arm talent in the world who can't read the game at all. And that might be what your backup's problem is in Cleveland with Shedeur Sanders. He's got arm talent. It may be that he can't read the game. I don't know. Either way, if you don't have the whole complete package, so let's not give Fernando Mendoza he's like Tom Brady, they say. I bet they do. They do this every year with 2 or 3 quarters, like, he's as intense as Tom Brady. Yeah, he's not as talented. That's probably what's going to happen with Fernando Mendoza. Not to, like, dump dirt on his career before it even starts. I'm just saying. Let's stop making comparisons to Tom Brady with guys who have played, like, a season or 2 of college football, have been very good. I'm not there yet.
I mean, his game against Penn State was the equivalent of 28-3 in the Super Bowl. The way the national media was talking about it.
Dan Orlovsky,
pretty much the same
That's
thing.
a guy who's been battle tested, so he's probably better than Julian Sane because he's actually been tested because he himself made terrible decisions throughout that game that caused him to be down, and then he made some good throws late in that game. Whatever.
Heisman moment. Give it to him.
Let me talk about this playoff selection committee guy. This is Mack Rhoades, the Baylor athletic director. Mack Rhoades is the guy you've seen on TV explaining the decisions of the college football playoff committee, right?
The lies that he tells.
Except when he's talking about Ohio State, where he speaks nothing but truth because he said they're the consensus #1 team. However, there's a couple things going on with him. So it came out yesterday that he is going to step back from his duties as athletic director and as the college football playoff selection committee director. They've got a guy replacing him. Is it
it's the Arkansas AD.
Yurichek or something like that.
There's conspiracies about that, but that's a different story.
David Yurichek, former Jackets player, is going to. There we go. Anyway, whoever this guy is, he's going to. So they got someone to replace him, so the college football playoff committee will continue on. But meanwhile, the situation with Mack Rhoades is interesting. So he is taking a personal leave of absence due to some kind of investigation going on there into some kind of conduct of his. However, it came out yesterday that Adam Rittenberg said this conduct, these allegations against him do not involve Title IX, do not involve student welfare, and do not involve NCAA rules. They also do not involve the football program. That is of importance because Mack Rhoades does have a current investigation for another incident that apparently is not why he's taking this leave of absence. But earlier this season on the sidelines, did you know about this where he yelled at a Baylor player for wearing the wrong colored undershirt during the game? It's such a bizarre story. He went up to tight end Michael Trigg during the Bears' home win against Arizona State on September 20th and berated this kid on the sidelines because he had a yellow long sleeve shirt on under his jersey. The players were, I think, all wearing black or white or, some other color. And they all looked uniform. He was the only one who had a yellow shirt on.
I like it.
Well,
sounds swaggy to me.
Well, Michael Trigg didn't like it, and neither did Baylor coach Dave Aranda. Neither did the rest of the coaching staff, who then went and yelled at the AD and said, leave this kid alone. He's got a shoulder injury. He's wearing a shoulder brace, and the black shirts that we have, or whatever color shirts, don't fit the brace. This was the only shirt we could find that fits the brace, and that's why he's wearing it. Leave him alone. So then Mack Rhoades had multiple HR in what do you call it? Like a report filed on him by other employees at the school who were like, this guy sucks, related to that incident. The parents of this Michael Trigg kid, the kid was like very distraught about this because, of course, the athletic director's coming up and screaming at you during the game, and you're like, it's not even my coach. It's the guy who signs the coach's checks yelling at me.
That would get you, huh?
Apparently got him. So he talked to his parents, and he said, do you want to come talk to them? The parents,
I tell you, it's a different day and age.
Well, the parents, to their credit, said that they decided not to. They said, we believe the coaches will handle it. And the coaches did. Coaches went and actually yelled at the AD for this. So that whole situation's weird. And now he has another situation where other people are saying, yeah, this guy sucks too. So he is on administrative leave there at Baylor. And now, of course, is not in charge. So College Football Playoff Selection Committee has a lot going for it right now. They're losing their leader, essentially, during the season.
When I had seen this, I had thought that they were trying to say, is this the thing that they wanted Nick Saban to take over?
The playoff committee?
Or is that no league that they trying to come
They are talking about him for if there was ever a commissioner of college football, let's have him be the commissioner of like a Roger Goodell type for the NFL. Not the head of the NCAA, being the head of
if they were
Big
to do
Ten
the
and
super
SEC,
conferences.
That's what I thought.
If they broke up. This is just, when they go in the room and they put their hats on the little hanger and they're like, we're leaving our hats out here so our unbiased opinions of the football programs are, yay. And then they come out and tell you what the college football playoff is. That's who he's in charge of. So, yeah, very high power position. And he was an AD of a big time program in Baylor. Insert laugh here. I mean, Baylor has obviously got a pretty significant budget and all that stuff.
I don't know. I'm of a different era where that wouldn't affect me at all.
Oh, if you got yelled at by an AD?
This happened to me before. Not by the AD, but by a coach. We were supposed we were not supposed to wear what was it? It might have been tights. I think my coach was like, you're not wearing tights. And I think Coach Mick might have said, don't wear no tights. Or black tights. It was either black tights or black long sleeve shirts. It was one of the two. And we, as a secondary, said, bleep that. We going out there. It's cold outside.
What are they going to do about it? Yeah.
So we got yelled at about it, but
yeah,
that was okay. I moved on. All right.
I'm on an Inglourious Bastards kick. I'm reminded of when Brad Pitt's character, where he's like, "You'll be shot for this." He's like, "Nah, I'll just get yelled at. I've been yelled at before." Yeah, that's fine.
The yelling at
go ahead and yell at me. Don't make me run.
I don't understand why the yelling at thing
You want to?
You know what I used to do? Actually, matter of fact, I got cussed out every day. Every day. As a freshman, I got cussed out every day by Coach Coleman. I'm not exaggerating. Literally
by
cussed out
Kerry Combs?
every single day. So
I can't see that, man. He's not a psychopath. I don't know how you can see that.
So as a player, I can't yell back. I could, but I'm not going to do that.
Sure.
So what I used to do is I would say to myself, how can I make him even more madder? So as he's yelling at me, I would smile at him. I just smile.
Oh,
and it make him even more mad. So he get all frustrated and turn red, but I'm winning because You're not. What you're saying, it's nothing to me. Like you can say whatever. I'd heard worse. So
Tyvis,
what you saying is nothing.
I like how you decided to meet his psychopath behavior with your own psycho behavior. That's good. That's a good way to do it.
When you go low, I GTH.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Perfect. Dig that hole. Just GTH. Perfect. Jeff Sabota going to join us next. Talk some Jackets. They had a big win against Edmonton. We'll dissect it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Friday morning to you. Noticing 2 crashes in New Albany right now. The first one's happening on 161 eastbound as you're passing 62 and right before Beach Road. Do expect some lane closures out there. We also have a bigger one happening on 62 at South County Line Road Northwest. Do expect some lane closures in both directions out there. Already down to 9 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Around here, it's all or nothing. And Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like the best-selling Toyota Camry. Now through December 1st, get 4.75 APR financing on remaining new 25 Camrys. Or lease a new 26 Camry LE for $269 a month for 39 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
There was never a doubt. The defending champion with a successful title defense at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday.
Commemorate the magic of the season and the 50th anniversary of the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday. Tickets are now on sale for the 2026 tournament. When you purchase by November 14th, you will receive a special edition ornament and enjoy best pricing. Visit memorialtickets.com for more details.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Get a good hustle, good hustle.
Two things: communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. All right? Wildcats on 3. 1, 2, 3, Wildcats!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Hey, football fans, it's November in Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time to face that state up north in a battle to claim forgotten funds. Join us in the statewide challenge and visit com.ohio.gov/radio to help support Ohio's takedown of Michigan. The state with the most searches wins. Who knows? Unclaimed funds could help you buy a seat to the big game next year. Claim your money today at com.ohio.gov/radio.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun.
your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you pick match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Join the fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for your Friday as temperatures warm up into the upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we head into the weekend, we're tracking even warmer temperatures here for Saturday with highs in the mid-60s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
Let's see. High school, Buckeyes, Browns, kids in the retention pond. It must be Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Football is good. The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Every Friday, we talk to our guy, Jackets insider Jeff Sabota, right here on the Fan. Jackets last night get it done against Edmonton at home, 5-4. Hanging on for that win, Jeff. But you know what? It doesn't matter. They got the W, and that's what counts in the score column and everywhere else, right?
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, if you were a fan of the Blue Jackets, what a game last night. I mean, it comes down to the wire. You get 9 goals. Second sellout of the year. So I'd say, it was a pretty good night at Nationwide Arena, and they got 5 points out of the last 6. So, kind of the last couple of times we've chatted, things have been going well, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, let me know what you think of this, because I have been of the opinion at least last year and this year, that when the game is more like this, when it is a little more wide open and goals are flying, not that they're going to win every one of those, but I feel like they're much better built to handle a game like that than they are like a 3-2 type of game. Am I wrong on that, or do you agree with that?
Ooh, that's a great question. I hadn't thought of it that way, and I think any coach would rather it not be that way.
Oh, yeah, right, sure.
Yeah, I think the gray hair in Dean Evison is maybe getting a little more silver at this point. The way that it's coming down to the wire in some of these games, but it's weird because they are a young team. Still, the Adam Fantillis and the Marchenkos and the Johnsons, et cetera, are such key parts of this team, but they're not as young as they once were, especially, bringing in, veterans like Charlie Coyle, who had such a good night last night. So they're not as young as they once were, but they still are a team. I think that A, is very talented, but B, is still kind of figuring out some of those things as a group that, when it comes to finishing off games and playing in those tight situations. So, at some point, that excuse is going to get a little old. But I think right now, yeah, you may be onto something a little bit there.
First of all, Jeff, I want to point out that T-Bone is a hypocrite, because he likes these close games and he likes these battle-tested games, but yet just yelled at Dan Orlowski about the Buckeyes. But that's a whole nother story.
That's another thing.
Don't want to sidetrack us here. I just wanted to point that out for you and the fans. Boone Jenner, what do you have on his injury, and with his absence, who steps up?
Yeah, so they said yesterday it will not be a short-term injury, and it seems like it doesn't need season ending, but it's going to be some time that he's going to miss here, a couple weeks at least. And so, the first person that has to step up, and he has experience in this role because he's, unfortunately had to do it before with injuries to Boone Jenner, but Zach Werenski, and certainly he has the ability to step up from a leadership standpoint. We've really seen that grow over the last couple of years, where I remember when Zach first got to Columbus, was a guy he's not necessarily demonstrative. He's kind of in many ways an ultimate lead by example guy. But as he's matured and as he's become someone they've had to count on in these situations when Jenner has been out before. Z has, I think really gotten much more comfortable in the way that, he's still not going to be a jump on tables kind of leader, but when something does need to be said, or when he feels like something needs to be said, his voice carries a lot of weight in that locker room. So he's kind of been vaulted into this de facto captain situation before and done a very good job with it. So I think that he is certainly up to the task, I would say. And then from a forward standpoint, you're going to have some players that are going to get more chances. It was Luka Del Bel-Beluz last night who stepped up, the I think third-year player you would call him now, second-round draft pick who got the chance to move up into a scoring line role and had some moments where he had some looks. It might be a Yegor Chinikov or Ken Johnson, who was apparently a healthy scratch the other night in Seattle, Dean Evison said. So, yeah, some of those guys have maybe been searching for a little bit more of a bigger role are going to get those opportunities, and, we'll see which of them ends up running with it right now.
Jackets insider Jeff Sabota joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, you mentioned that with Kent Johnson. I found it interesting with Dean Evison. We had him on yesterday. We had asked him a little bit about the goaltending situation, and we know there was illness going through the team. I saw you had posted about that a few different times out on the West Coast trip. And I thought that would be a great opportunity if you wanted to just say, oh, yeah, we had a couple guys sick. What are you going to do? They didn't play. They're back. Now they can play. Dean Evison made it a point to be like, no, Ken Johnson was healthy. And also Elvis Merzlikins is healthy. And yet Jack Reeves gets the start in 3 games. So I find that interesting that he kind of decided to say, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Letting his cards kind of be out there on the table a little bit for fans and journalists and anybody else who wants to know.
Yeah, because there was a lot of uncertainty out there, and because of the illness. And trust me, it was going through everybody. Thankfully, I survived unscathed. But yeah, there were a fair number of guys who were really, really fighting it. As I'm sure, if you're probably in an office right now, you may have had your coworkers or whatever go through it. So yeah, and he talked a little bit about with Kent in particular. I love Kent Johnson. I love his game. And love him as a person as well. One of my favorite guys to talk to. But, it is when he is a guy that, his offensive talent is great. But when he is not exactly where he needs to be from that standpoint, where he's not producing as much, he kind of can get lost in the shuffle a little bit. And it's been that way at times at the start of the season. And, he's never a guy just with his skill set and his body that's going to be throwing the body around and banging and things like that and be a physical presence. But they want him. I think the word that Dean Evison used yesterday was bite. In those battles that you're going to be in a hockey game at some point, you've got to bring a certain level of determination. And, I think they viewed Kent as a guy that could do more of that. So, then the funny part is that last night he goes right back into a scoring line role when he's back in the lineup. So, not a situation where they're trying to bury the guy, but, they've kind of moved him throughout the lineup at the start of the season, trying to get him going. And so then Tuesday the move was the healthy scratch, and then come back last night and tried to get it going. And he is one of the more talented players in the NHL in a lot of different ways. And as the season goes on, I think he'll get there. But yeah, it's been kind of a tough start for him. And they just want him to be a little bit more engaged in those battles and see if that can help him get going and try to get some more production at this point.
One last question I have for you. I know you travel a lot for work. Tyvis is traveling to Illinois this weekend, and he is going to take in a little establishment called Portillo's. I think when you're traveling for work, if you seek out specific restaurants, that kind of makes you a foodie. He insists he is not a foodie. He just is traveling and happens to check out the local fare. Where do you stand on that? Are you someone who likes to check out some local places when you go? Those like an In-N-Out burger in Southern California when you're there? Or do you say, no, I stick strictly to what I usually do and I don't vary?
Hey man, you got to eat. I don't know if that necessarily makes him a foodie.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm a big check out the local establishments kind of guy. It could be, something as famous as an In-N-Out when you're in a place like that, or we're lucky enough to go back to a lot of the same cities every year, so we've kind of got our favorites on the road, and you got to eat at some point. It doesn't necessarily make you a foodie.
No,
just a smart man.
See, I like it. So I was trying to get you. I was trying to get someone to give it to Tyvis, but not yet. Jeff, I appreciate it. We'll talk again next week. All right.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Next time, I'll take your side.
There you go, Jackets insider Jeff Sabota on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. 2 minutes away. NFL owners are a bunch of rich babies. I'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
We are still closely monitoring a crash by the airport 270 southbound just passing Easton Way. A right shoulder still blocked this morning. We also have one a little bit closer to Reynoldsburg and Bryce this morning. The left lane is blocked on 70, that westbound direction, right at 70 West CD Road. That's right before the 270 intersection because of an incident out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. When you leave a job, don't leave your 401k. Grow your investment without the fees associated with 401k plans. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Following Radio Theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
Tri-State Men's Health are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They successfully treated many men for low T, and men have seen the amazing difference that those treatments can make in your life. I know for me, I was tired a lot. The wife wanted to do some things sometimes, and I'm just not feeling it, which at that point, I knew something was wrong. Like me and her not wanting it, that's different.
That's not good.
Yeah, so I had to go see my guys over at Tri-State Men's Health. Obviously, I'm in my early to mid 30s where you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year. And it happens gradually. And before you know it, you're just not the same man that you were in your 20s. You could be feeling, again, decreasing libido. You could be putting on some weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleep patterns, or you could be sad and depressed. If you have any of these symptoms, I urge you to go to tristatemenshealth.com and take their low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health where they will do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review the results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decisions together with the medical team. The cost of this appointment is $99. It includes a medical consult, T and PSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of the appointment, your visit is free, $99, as the kids would say. Tri-State has 6 locations located in Ohio, 2 of them in Columbus. One is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
So the NFL owners, I said, are a bunch of rich babies, and this is the latest example of that. Tyvis, one of my favorite things that happens every NFL season or offseason, I forget when they publish it, but it's when you get that report card.
Like right after the season's over.
Yeah, NFL Players Association does a survey of all the players who want to respond, and they say, how did your team do when it comes to coaching, trainers, the staff, the food in the training facility itself,
locker rooms.
Yeah,
how did they treat your family,
hotels you take on, everything. Everything gets kind of graded, right? And when those come out, I think we as NFL fans devour that. It's one of the best pieces of content for like someone who talks NFL all the time like we do, because it's fun to find out which teams the players are like, oh, yeah, they're great, and which teams the players are like, no, they suck. One that I was shocked to find out the last couple of years was the Chiefs. Chiefs have been a winning organization. They win a lot of games.
And they stuff stink.
Yeah, there were a lot of complaints that their players had, which I found interesting.
I think they're the ones who, if I remember correctly, so after the game, you have a family lounge. Like your family comes to the game, and it's like a little spot that when you come out the locker room, your families are right there and all that. I think they said that theirs was across the street in a tent.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, if that's true, that's
well,
disrespectful.
I mean, in fairness, their stadium is smack downtown in Kansas. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's out on a giant, made for the stadium parking lot.
But they're getting a new stadium, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
They also just got new locker rooms. I'm pretty sure it was this past offseason. They've been doing pretty well since Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes got there, but they've waited till this past year to upgrade their locker room.
At least they got an indoor. It took Joe Burrow to take them to the Super Bowl for them to get an indoor.
Well, the Bengals also have done poorly in a lot of these surveys, and that's where you see teams, they will then go and say, all right, everyone says our locker room sucks, so now I got to go spend money and fix up the locker room, but they will. And I think that's a good thing for the players. So here's what's fascinating. This came out from ESPN yesterday. The NFL filed a grievance against the Players Association asking the union to stop its annual team report card and saying the exercise violates the collective bargaining agreement by airing public criticism of teams, according to documents obtained from ESPN. The league claims the report cards, which poll players on various aspects of working conditions, violate a CBA clause that says NFL owners in the union must, quote, use reasonable efforts to curtail public comments by club personnel or players which express criticism of any club, its coach, or its operation and policy. Okay. Woody Johnson is apparently one of the guys with the Jets.
His son is the owner of that team because he plays Madden and gives advice. So.
Exactly. I don't care what he says. That's what I firmly believe, and I will continue to believe because screw Woody Johnson.
What did they say? And he traded the guy, or he traded?
They wanted him to maybe get a certain player based off of Madden ratings.
The reports were that Woody Johnson would come into meetings with the GM and the football scouts and whoever else and say, what about this guy? And they would say, what about him? And he would say, well, my son says he has a great rating in Madden. Why are we not looking at him? And they were just like, what are we doing here? What's happening? Now, he has said that didn't happen, and he denies all that stuff. Other former employees have come out and said his sons have been in the locker room, handing out game balls to the players because they like certain players. It's very bizarre.
All right, I found the story. Allegedly, he vetoed a trade for Jerry Jeudy because his Madden rating was low.
You know what? Actually, let those kids run the Browns. I like this. Never mind. Bring them in. Let's go. I like that dude a lot. I stand corrected, and whatever his name is his name Brick or something too? His kid's name is some
Brickashaw.
No, their names are Woody and Brick Johnson.
I told you, I'm pretty sure one of the kids has got a name that's an object and not
an object.
By the way, Woody Johnson, just alone right there. I mean, I've heard that name before, and that is not the name of an NFL owner.
He's a porn star.
That's exactly right.
Brick and Jack are the kids' names.
Yeah. Jack Johnson, his son is a former Blue Jackets player. And Brick Johnson, that again, that's illegal.
I bet you Brick Johnson is a riot with the ladies.
I bet you Brick Johnson has...
She's a brick house.
I would bet all the money I have that one of his gamer tags or social media profiles is bricked up. 100% is what his name is. That's what his name. Anyway, so yeah, apparently they want to get rid of these report cards because they don't like it. And I find that so fascinating. And why I call them rich babies is because they've never worked an honest day in their lives, most of these guys. They've never had to work in a regular job. Because if you work in an office, you get performance reviews. I mean, we work in radio. Dylan, I'm sure you got performance reviews when you worked at the other place you used to work, right? Didn't they do stuff like that with you guys?
Yeah, that's why I'm working here now. It went bad too many times. That's why I'm with you guys.
Right. Thanks so much. I appreciate you, Clear Channel. Thank you guys so much. They're not called Clear Channel anymore, but whatever. I still call them that. All I know is that's something that I've had in radio jobs and non-radio jobs is performance reviews. And you get the meets, does not meet, exceeds expectations, whatever.
I'm in trouble then. That's the case. Ooh,
you'll be fine.
Report card come.
Well, speaking of guys who never had a regular job, You played football, and then you've been like a contractor.
It was a little more cutthroat, though. Like if my performance wasn't good,
fair.
They don't say, "Hey, you need to pick it up." They say, "We're going to go in a different direction."
They don't give you a performance plan. They give you like 6 months to get your stuff together. They just cut you.
Yeah, it's over.
Like we were talking about earlier this week.
Take the L out of lover. It's over.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine with a performance review because even if you are like terrible, they will give you all these outs to be like, well, first you need to do this and do that. You'll have your chances. Don't worry. But you're not terrible. You'll be fine. But I'm just saying, these owners they couldn't survive in our regular office environment.
There are people out there that's listening right now that would disagree with you.
That's
say, get him off the.
That's fine. Let him keep talking.
No one in the
Go get your own radio show and say that. That's fine. That's what I say.
The YouTube chat is gassing you up in your hair, and I agree with them.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Thank you.
They are all. Who is it that said you have a mop? Yeah, it's Chris said Tyvis has a mop on his head. That hair is coming in nice.
Thank you.
They're noticing. It looks good.
Shout out to my people at Caps. You get your hair done. You get your face done.
Look at that.
I got a skin routine now.
Also in the YouTube chat, while you guys were talking to Jeff, me fighting with tryhards in the chat.
What are you fighting with tryhards? Tryhards is a fan of the show. What did he say about it? What did he say to you?
He didn't say anything to me, but when we started talking to Jeff, he was like, yeah, good game. They almost blew it.
Well, they did almost blow it. He's not wrong.
Okay.
They almost blew it.
All right. Who would you guys agree that there's probably no one more critical of this team than me when they started off the season losing 3 out of the first 4 games?
No, you and T-Bone.
Okay.
I'm right. Trust me.
Okay.
Go ask anybody over there.
I'm the one that had to get y'all to stay on the ship.
What is there to complain about now? They have points in their last 3 games. They've won the last 2. Like
they're second to last in the division.
Maybe Tryhards is a member of the Lunatic Fringe like you are. I don't understand how you guys can watch your sports teams and just choose to not enjoy it. Ever enjoy it. Like they're playing well. Why can't we just enjoy it while they're playing well?
Have you ever watched the Browns?
If they play bad, we will criticize them. But right now they're playing well. They've gotten 5 of the last possible 6 points, like Jeff said. Why? Oh, they almost blew it, though. Why can't we just enjoy a victory?
Dylan.
Why can't we do it?
Because you're not a part of the Lunatic Fringe.
I'm going to enjoy the victory.
Dylan, they didn't crap away a game against the same team 4 nights ago. I think fans may not have as much of a right to bring that up.
If the Jackets
hadn't been on a game where a streak there where they were on the road and crapping away games that they had a chance to win, I don't think it's. You're telling me
they didn't do it last night.
But you're telling me
want from them?
When they got to 5-4, you're telling me you weren't sitting there in the booth going like you weren't clenching a bit. I was clenched. I like it to be. You know what I want?
You tighten up like that.
Yeah, but I get. That's
sad.
Chocolate starfish, baby.
I've never been like that.
No, it's the morning after they won. Like, I just don't understand being a sports fan and just never enjoying it. I could not live your life.
Dylan,
I couldn't do it.
I enjoy it
they
won. And you're right. I did enjoy that. I don't blame Tryhards, though, or any other Jackets fan who's like, boy, that put me through a lot. Like, I saw multiple Jackets fans who were like, glad we won. I lost 2 years off my life watching that game. What's wrong with that? And by the way, you're right. If we were criticizing the Edmonton Oilers and being like, yeah, this team sucks. They've been to the Western Conference. They've been the Western Conference champs the last 2 years. Then you would be right. That would be the equivalent of Lunatic Fringe. No, around here, the Jackets have the opposite of Lunatic Fringe. They have people who like tongue worship guys who won 1 playoff series in their career here, and that's where I have a problem. So, yeah, I don't blame tryhards for having a little thing called expectation. Now, if the Jackets win 10 in a row or 5 in a row, or they win like 6 of their next 7, something like that, hey, then I'll be thrilled. I'll feel better. That'll be a good streak. I don't blame tryhards for saying last night made him a little bit itchy in that game. That's all I'm saying.
To me, this is the same energy as they won the game by 2 possessions, but the punting wasn't great. It's the same energy.
If they had the track record of the Buckeyes, I would agree with you. They don't. They haven't won 3 championships in my life, unlike the Buckeyes have. So you're right there to get on to me for that. I'm just pointing out that with the Jackets, it's okay for the fans to be like, yeah, I need to see this over and over and over before I start to believe. That's all right. I appreciate Jackets fans who have expectations.
Just don't fret. That's all.
Don't fret. The headline is that the NFL has taken action against sports gambling. The reality is very little is going to change. I will tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still closely watching a crash on 70 westbound at that 70 West CD Road where a left lane is blocked. That's before 270. And right over on the east side by Bryce this morning, already down to 22 miles per hour, folks, for your travel times this morning. Backups extending past 70 westbound again at State Route 256. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Together to serve you better.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle. Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score.
Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. An app only.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Thanksgiving, as we know, is right around the corner. And what better way to say thank you than $500 off to a thinner, healthier you? Now through Thanksgiving, Awaken 180 is giving our great listeners $500 off your program. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
We've got a double jackpot alert. There's over $1 billion up for grabs right now. Tonight's Ohio Lottery Mega Millions jackpot is at least $965 million. And don't forget your Powerball tickets too, with Saturday's jackpot at $546 million. Play today. It's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions in prizes, scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a refreshing mountain dew. So give me my goodness. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew. Matty Ice here. If you're ready for some amazing Black Friday deals, head on over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are rolling all month long. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Equinox front-wheel drive LT for just $309 a month for 36 months, or if financing is more your style, grab it for only $415 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Love football, love wings? Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Byrne live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I have Burt Kreischer tickets to give away in the 8 o'clock hour. Your chance to win those coming up when you hear Tyvis and I taking off our shirts. Panic and run away from your viewing device if you're watching on YouTube.
Do you guys have stories with the Russian mafia?
Oh, yeah, we could do that too. What are they calling it now when you take the shirts off at the college football game when your team sucks? Tarps off? Is that what they're saying? Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, me either.
What do you mean you're not? You watch college football? You haven't seen it? When who was it this year that started that? Was it Oklahoma State? Remember the kid took his shirt off, or the dude who went to school there looked like, took his shirt off, was standing all by himself because Oklahoma State Stadium is empty now on Saturdays because they're terrible, and he's waving his shirt over his head. And then
like
suddenly,
a helicopter. That's Petey Pablo.
Well, then, like, okay.
Take your shirt off.
Then
twist it around your head, spinning like a helicopter. You ain't never heard that?
Yes, I've heard it. I'm surprised you guys haven't seen the tarps off thing, where then like a bunch of guys joined this dude, and eventually the whole section was full of like 5,000 people taking their shirts off and waving it around at the college football game. That's what you do when your team's bad. Wisconsin's doing it now. Lots of schools are doing it. I'm surprised you didn't know about that. I'm glad I could enlighten you.
I'm not hip.
Well, that's what we're going to do, or we're just going to give you the tickets sometime in the 8 o'clock hour. So be tuned in to win. The headline is that the NFL took action against sports gambling. Did you see they sent this memo yesterday?
Yes.
And it's kind of laughable because people are like, oh, they're cracking down on sports gambling. Not really. They're cracking down on stuff that should never have been allowed to be bet on in the first place.
Like that, it started with the MLB with the pitches, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't. Who bet on some pitches or anything like that?
There's only one. It sounds like there's one category, and it's psychopaths or people who are talking to Emmanuel Clase in the dugout and getting some information.
And Ortiz.
Yeah, free him. That's right.
You see, they got Clase. They arrested him yesterday, man. Like, I thought he got away. I thought he pulled an AB.
No way.
I thought he pulled an AB and just, I'm out, y'all. Y'all can't get me.
So here's what the NFL has banned when it comes to sports gambling. They have said they are banning inherently objectionable bets, which means markets or bets that are inherently or designed to be derogatory or inflammatory or otherwise based on subject matter against public policy. So this would be, will a player get injured? Will fans get arrested at a game? Will there be, stuff like that? Misconduct penalty for this guy. No more betting on that. I don't think lots of places offered that anyway, but now they can.
I tell you what, as long as I'm getting mail with that orange helmet, I don't care what they do.
Well, that's
to the
fine,
NFL betting.
But a lot of people listening do not get paid by the Cleveland Browns. So
as long as I am a Cleveland Browns employee, I can care less what they do with the NFL sports gambling. They can ban it all, and it wouldn't affect me now one bit.
By the way, they said they're banning derogatory bets. They don't mean like, I think J.J. McCarthy is ass. I'm betting his under on yardage. That's not what they're talking, because you can still do that, thankfully. Officiating related bets are also banned. Markets or bets based on officials or officiating, meaning like how many penalties there will be. Will there be a replay? They're getting rid of that stuff, I get it, because then an official could be coerced into, hey, if you do one replay, I can win $20,000 for us. That's not in the spirit of the game. You should not be doing that.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of this stuff, if you betting on stuff like that, you need to call the number.
Absolutely.
You need to call.
Absolutely right.
That's just, what happened to just stats? Like, he's going to get 50 yards this game, or he's the anytime touchdown scorer. Like that's...
Well, this is the big one for me. This one, because where I think some of this will come in is every year around the Super Bowl, they do these prop bets. And some of them,
the Kool-Aid or the Gatorade color.
Yeah, I've had questions about that for years.
That's not fair.
That could be easily rigged.
Absolutely.
Because the person that's making the Gatorade could just be like, I'm using orange today.
Right. Like, I saw this
put
bet.
20,000 on it.
Yeah, and by the way, I think I've literally said on the air, if you're the guy who runs the Gatorade and you think your team's going to win, wouldn't you tell a family friend like, hey, I guess in some ways you are still telling your family friend, I'm betting that we're going to win, and I'm in charge of our Gatorade. So then, if so, I can affect that. But even then, that is based on which team wins. If you tell a family friend, like, go put 20 grand on it, and you lose, the family friend's going to come murder you, I think, after the game.
They call that a tip.
It is a tip.
That's like somebody, when it was like horse racing, it's like, I got a tip on a horse.
Well,
Which I don't even know how that works. A tip on a horse.
I thought you said you've watched horse, like where people go and look at the horse and they're like, "Oh, this horse looks ready."
I feel like that's not a guarantee.
No, it's not a guarantee, but
So
it's someone giving their opinion who's like, I'm looking at this and this horse is the only one out here. Like, if it's the only horse not walking with a limp, I guess that would be a tip to you.
Yeah, but like outside of that, if every horse is, you never know what can happen.
That's true. That's the beauty of sports betting, or the downfall of it. Either way, the NFL said you can't bet on things that like one person's in charge of. So the more practical example would be you can't bet on a kicker to miss a kick, because then Clase A and Ortiz are accused of doing, where they're throwing the first pitch, below a certain mile per hour or in the dirt, allegedly. All those things, that's something that now they're saying we're not going to allow that in the NFL. So good for those things. But if you want to bet on almost everything else you probably normally have bet on, like prop bet wise, they didn't ban any of that. So it's all still pretty much the same. And I'm still to believe there's a lot more of this stuff going on than we know about. There's probably a lot more stuff that hasn't been uncovered. They just don't have a federal they don't have enough to get a federal indictment on it yet.
I'm interested to see what the NBA does, because they got some of the biggest stories outside of baseball right now. So.
They do, and they have to do something.
Also in this story, the NFL came out and said they're against like the predictive markets, which is like becoming big now, like Poly Market and Kalshi, I think is what the other one's called.
What is that? What is a predictive market? Like, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you can do that. You could do something as simple as that. Basically, anyone could go on any of these sites and place any type of bet. That's not what it's called on there. And then you just buy stock in it, basically.
Oh, okay. I've seen those. Yeah, that's even more insane, right?
Call the number.
Yeah. I have not got into that yet. I'm not going to say that I never will. But yeah, they're like, we don't like this, and you cannot blame them as to why not.
No, and I don't think there is a limit to what should be out there for sports betting. I'm glad they put some limits on it, and honestly, they could probably do more. But this is a nice start for the NFL at least. 2 minutes not 2 minutes away. When we come back, that's a different time of day. There's a full break here. We are going to talk about Ohio State and UCLA. I don't know if you've heard, they are playing a game. And I have some audio from an idiot in the media who thinks Ohio State sucks. I'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Police are still on scene after a crash by the airport happening on 270. That southbound direction, just passing Easton Way, right shoulder blocked out there. We also have a bigger crash happening in New Albany this morning. 62, a little bit restricted this morning at South County Line Road. Expect lane closures in both directions because of this incident out there. Down to 14 miles per hour for your travel times. Lots of red on our time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
You ever watch kids play sports and think about your glory days? You tell all your friends that if your knee or back wasn't bothering you, you could go out there and show them up. Oh, do I have good news for you, because relief is closer than you think, and it doesn't have to come from a scalpel. What if it could come from you? At QC Kinetics, we tap into your body's own regenerative power using natural healing factors that help restore and repair damaged tissues, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at its source. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again. Imagine swinging that golf club, hiking that trail, or dancing in the kitchen to your favorite tune. That's the freedom QC Kinetics help people rediscover every day. Don't just master pain. Let QC Kinetics regain what pain took away. And now is a great time to use your HSA and your FSA fund to get started before this year ends. The consultation is totally free, so go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Get Eco.
Aaron, an HVAC system is exactly like a car.
Except for it doesn't have tires, brakes, turn signal, a steering wheel, or a speedometer.
Yeah, but other than that, they're exactly alike.
Get Eco.
Why do we change the oil on a car?
So it works better and lives longer.
Why do we do regular maintenance on an air conditioning system?
So it works better and lives longer. Okay, now I see your point.
We replace tires and brakes to keep everyone safe, and we inspect furnaces to keep everyone safe.
Get Eco.
But you cannot get Eco-Fi Advantage for your car.
For just $28 a month, Eco-Fi Advantage covers all 3 systems.
Plumbing, electrical, and HVAC.
Get Eco.
Go to geteco.com and scroll down the page to where it says Eco-Fi Advantage. And make sure you watch the video of Aaron and me.
I don't think you're in that video, Jerry.
Get Eco.
Eco. Plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
The Ohio State University Army ROTC isn't just a curriculum. It's more than just a path to a degree. For more than 150 years, we have been forging tomorrow's leaders. Here you will find your purpose, your mission, your ROTC family. At Ohio State, you're not just joining Army ROTC, you're stepping into a history of excellence that spans generations. Learn more at arotc.osu.edu. Buckeyes lead the way.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I bowl in 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you at high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets returned to home ice last night to face the Edmonton Oilers. The Blue Jackets had a 3-goal lead in the third period, but had to survive a late Edmonton push. The CBJ would go on to win 5-4. The Cleveland Cavaliers played their third game in 4 nights last night. They hosted the Toronto Raptors and lost 126-113. Their next matchup is Saturday against the Memphis Grizzlies. Thursday Night Football saw the New England Patriots defeat the New York Jets 27-14. Former Buckeye Travion Henderson had 93 total yards and 3 touchdowns. And speaking of the Buckeyes, they'll host UCLA over at the Shoot tomorrow. Kickoff is at 7:30. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracky. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, the stuff we talk about in the breaks. Hey, by the way, shout out to our guy, Timmy Hall. Of course, you hear him on Common Man and Timmy, weekdays 3 to 6 right here on The Fan. Timmy Hall was out yesterday. I was texting with him. You were texting with him. I didn't realize Wednesday I was in the office. Common Man came in, saw Common Man. He brought in Krispy Kreme donuts. And I was like,
Of course he did.
That was great. And I had one, and I enjoyed. I had a maple one. It was very delicious. And I didn't catch why he brought them in. It turns out he brought them in for Timmy because Tim, the next day, which was yesterday, went for a little
snip.
A little snippy snip. Good for Timmy. You're in the vasectomy club, buddy. Glad to have you.
You're there?
Oh, I've been there. Oh, I went long ago.
I'm scared. I would be scared.
There's nothing to be scared of, buddy.
Yes,
it's very,
it is.
No,
it
it's
could go horribly wrong.
You know what? I don't want to. I won't lay out the whole situation here for you, but let me just tell you, there are two ways you can go with it. If you ever look into getting a vasectomy, there's two ways you can go. One is they put you under, you go to the hospital, you're under anesthesia, you go to sleepy time, you wake up, everything's stitched up and done, and you are none the wiser. You go home, put peas on your sack, and that's it.
Isn't it painless?
I don't know that I would say it's like it's a surgery, so then you recover from the surgery the next few days. You have some like uncomfortable.
But they put a bag of ice on it or something?
Frozen peas. It's because they're little tiny frozen peas, so they mold to whatever you put them on. So it works great. I had bags of frozen peas for 4 days, just shoved in my pants. But that's one way you can go. The other way you can go is you can be awake for the whole thing. They will do it. They put it under local anesthesia so you don't feel anything down there. But they go in and take care of it, and you're awake.
I wonder which one Timmy did.
I think he did the awake.
Oh, yeah.
I did the awake.
Just sit there, have a conversation while you get snipped.
You know the worst part? Because they have, now this is, all right.
They put the curtain up so you can't see it?
Yeah, they did. I didn't see anything.
Okay.
But.
So you was awake for yours?
I was awake, talking to the doctor.
Just having a good old.
Well, not like, hey, how about the Browns? Like, we weren't having that. But I was like, I'm letting the man do his job. But it's also like he's there. And I said, you know, things going all right? And he's like, yep, doing great. And I'm like, okay, good to know. Just making sure. But at one point, they burn the ends to make sure that they don't reconnect.
They burn what ends?
Of your.
That's like a food, ain't it? Burnt in?
The stuff that they're fixing, that they're snipping, they snip, but then they close the wound with burning it.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. And I smelled the burning, and I was like, oh, I'm smelling.
You smell musty.
I'm smelling me getting burned. I'm smelling some burned sack of my own.
Smell
and I'll tell you what.
You smelled that must.
I never want to smell that again. That's not. You can't go to Yankee Candle and get, well, Yankee Candle. Again, bad choice of words. Hugh Freeze loves that quote.
You need length and girth.
Yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is that there's two ways to go about it. The nice thing about the other way, the way I did, it was like a $75 copay. If I'd have gone to the hospital, it would have been like 80-20. Your deductible kicks in. It would have been thousands of dollars. I went in, $75 copay. An hour later, see you later.
I think I'm good.
No more than kids.
I think I'm good.
Done.
But just try other methods.
Try other methods?
Try other methods.
Rusty in the chat's going to invite you over to his garage and just do it himself? Is that what we're saying? I don't know what's happening.
Like
here.
the pull-out method, for example.
Oh, I see. I wasn't thinking. I didn't. Yeah,
that's the one that a lot of people do.
They do, but I'll tell you, as someone who was a big fan of that method, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
That's how I have a child. Pull-out game week.
I'm just saying.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what people try to say to me, and I'm like, it's not like I have a bunch of kids. I have one kid. It failed one time, but that's all that it takes.
Yeah, but you know what? That's
so
okay.
It's really not that weak.
Mama used to say, take your time, young man.
What kind of song is that? Sounds great. Let's listen to that. I don't even know what you said, but it sounded great. All right, so I have a little audio to play for you. By the way, Burt Kreischer tickets sometime this hour. Be listening for your chance to win. So, Dan Orlovsky on ESPN, he talks a lot about quarterbacks in the NFL, and I know that's his focus, but he decided to wade in on the college football playoffs and say that Ohio State has one major flaw.
The least tested number one team in the history of college football, they've played nobody. I mean, week one, Texas. Ever since then, they haven't played anybody. I don't know if they played a team that's ranked right now since Texas. They have been trailing for 1 second in the second half this year. We have no idea who this Ohio State team, very good team, quarterback's a really good player. Jeremiah Smith's best player in college football. We have no idea who Ohio State is, like down 4 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know what we also don't know is how Ohio State responds when they're down like 21 in the fourth quarter. or when they're down 35 in the second quarter. There's a lot of variables we don't know, Tyvis. So you know what? They may just be bad because they've been on cruise control most of the year, dominating the teams they've played.
I hate that he went here with this. See, this is where people say things like, you need to just stick to the quarterback thing. Like, when you on there and you drawing up the quarterback's eyes and all that, like, we with you. But when you say things like this, like, it just doesn't make sense. Because to me, I look at it like that would make Ohio State even more the number one team. I get the whole, you want to be tested and you want to see moments of see how a team reacts when they're down and can they come back. And I get all of that. I do. But, like, if this team is just head and shoulders better than everybody, then they'll never get into that situation. And if they never get into that situation, would that make them even more the most dominant team in college football?
Yeah.
That they've never been in that, they've never had to worry about being in a situation like that because they're just that good? That just kind of makes sense.
No, that's what I hope we never see how they react down 4 in the fourth quarter. I hope we never see it. But also, I brought this up earlier. Texas A&M, in literally the same boat as Ohio State, also hasn't played a ranked opponent since week 1. But we don't hear anything about them just because people just assume their schedule's tough because they're in the SEC. They also haven't played a ranked opponent since week 1. So it's not like it's just Ohio State that has this quote-unquote cupcake schedule because they haven't played a ranked opponent since week 1.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Like, I mean, I think we can just look at Daniel Orlovsky and go, okay, that's fine. Like, we as Ohio State fans know what this team is, I think, pretty sure. Yeah, I have my questions. I'm not saying anybody can't get Ohio State. I'm nervous about the Michigan game. I'd be very excited, but a little nervous for the Indiana game. And then whatever happens after that, because they play Indiana hopefully in the Big Ten championship game. And then from that, whatever they get, like, I'm not saying those games won't be close. We won't have, like, fourth quarter, what's going to happen? Yeah, but, like, I feel confident they could come away with a victory in any of those games. One thing I think that we're kind of ignoring here is people keep saying Ohio State has played nobody. Can I make the case for you that Penn State is not nobody? Can I do that? You want to hear it?
You could try.
Here we go. I'm going to actually start with Iowa as a proof here because Iowa has played, they're ranked, right? Iowa, now we know they've lost 3 games, but they have lost to Indiana, who everyone agrees is like the consensus number 2 in college football, right? Indiana's really good. You know, Iowa lost to them by 5 points, played them within a touchdown. Iowa played Oregon to within 2 points just last weekend, 18-16. You know what other team they played to within a point and they beat, but they played them within 1 point. Penn State. And that wasn't Penn State with James Franklin and Drew Aller and everything working. That was the first game after, well, Drew Aller had been hurt for a few weeks, but that was the first game after James Franklin got fired. Iowa hosted Penn State on the road. Iowa obviously hosted Penn State. Penn State was on the road. Penn State came within a point of beating Iowa. Penn State, if you go look at their record, yes, they lost to Oregon, we know, by a touchdown, right? That was with James Franklin. Drew Aller gets hurt in that game at the end, but Oregon won that game fair and square. They had a couple games after that where they spiraled, right? Where James Franklin lost control of the team, guys overlooked Northwestern, UCLA, they got run, he got fired. We know that whole story. But after James Franklin got fired, they lost their coach and their star quarterback. Everything else of that team, though, remained largely the same. Did it not? From the team that was ranked up in the top 3.
Correct.
Okay. That team went to Iowa, like I said. Iowa has played Oregon tough and Indiana tough. Penn State is the other toughest game that Iowa has played. Penn State played them as tough as Oregon and Indiana did. And Oregon and Indiana are in the top 10. Then they played Indiana last week, and what had happened in that Penn State-Indiana game? It was within 3 points.
Penn State should have won that game.
Penn State should have won that game. The only team Penn State has played that they looked like they were in the game for maybe a half and then got annihilated in the second half was your Ohio State Buckeyes. My point here is Oregon, Iowa, Indiana are the probably 3 other toughest teams you could play in the Big Ten. Okay? Maybe USC you throw in there, but we have all those teams also playing Penn State. All of them played Penn State really tough. Ohio State is clearly above those teams.
Boat raced them.
So we didn't play Indiana. We didn't play Oregon. But they did play the team in Penn State that hung with all those teams. And they haven't played Iowa either. Ohio State has an opponent that I think in Penn State, no one's going to give him credit, okay? Dan Orlovsky's not going to give you credit. No one's going to give you credit for that. I'm not saying Penn State should be in anything. I'm saying as Ohio State fans, we can watch that game and say, Ohio State dominated Penn State that second half. We know what this Ohio State team is.
You remember when the U was the U? obviously. Wasn't they about to go back-to-back national champions until they lost to us?
That's right.
So that first year where they were just running through everybody, or even the year when they lost to us.
Yeah.
They were looked at as the most dominant team. I wonder if there was any close games with them. I got to look
I'd have to go back. We'll look that. 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
We'll go look it up in the break. But you know what? To your point, if they didn't, that was not viewed. Back then, they were talked about as like the greatest team ever assembled. It was not looked at as a negative that they didn't have a lot of close games. But we'll get into that when we come back. Also, Morning Breath is next. People who should just shut up. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Friday. Well, for our friends on the east side, especially if you're over by Bryce and like to take 70 westbound, still be mindful that we are watching some slowdowns out there after a crash. Once again, 70 westbound at that 70 West CD Road. A left lane blocked this morning. That's right before that 270 intersection. Down to 34 miles per hour for your travel times. Looking okay, but not great still for your Friday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Credit challenges, we got solutions. At Capital Florida Columbus and Whitehall, all credit types are welcome. Good, fair, poor, or none. Get approved fast and cruise away happy. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Matty Ice here. If you're ready for some amazing Black Friday deals, head on over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are rolling all month long. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Equinox front-wheel drive LT for just $309 a month for 36 months, or if financing is more your style, grab it for only $415 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
At Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com.
With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 12/1.
All credit types are welcome at Capital Florida Columbus and Whitehall. From perfect scores to starting fresh, we'll get you driving. Shop our huge selection and leave in your new car today. Stop in or visit us online at capitalfloridacolumbus.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Join our resident gambling degenerates, Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money, Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for your Friday as temperatures warm up into the upper 50s here for this afternoon. Winds fairly light at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then as we head into the weekend, we're tracking even warmer temperatures here for Saturday with highs in the mid-60s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
Never have I been so excited to get a whiff of sweaty jock straps. It's Football Friday.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Yay, football, The Fan. Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
Sponsored by Sanders' Famous Bumpy Cake. Now available in Columbus at Kroger and Meyer.
All right, so I have someone here from the world of baseball that needs to shut up. And that is super duper agent, Scott Boras. Okay? Scott Boras, is it the winter meetings that are going on? Dylan, there's some kind of off-season meetings with baseball.
The winter meetings.
Okay. So at the winter meetings, obviously.
Or it's the GM meetings.
Okay, GM, not the winter meetings yet. We're not fully in winter yet, but we're close. Anyway, at the GM meetings, every year, Scott Boras, super agent, he likes to go out and talk to the media. And when I tell you this guy
agent is doing this?
Well, he's Scott Boras, like one of the most well-known baseball agents and just sports agents of all time, right?
Name a baseball player. He's probably represented by Scott Boras.
Yeah. So
I think whatchamacallit is just the pitcher for us, our ace right now.
For the Guardians?
Yeah.
They have an ace?
He emerged. What's the
Gavin Williams?
Yes. I think he's
it wouldn't surprise me.
I think he a Boras client.
Well, he's got a couple guys because last year it didn't go well for him in free agency. He was trying to get Pete Alonso, a big deal, right? And nobody bit. So he had to settle, Pete Alonso did, for 2 years, $60 million with a 1 year out after the first year, which is obviously now this year. Pete Alonso went out this year and had a much better year with the Mets. Now he is being shopped again by his agent, Scott Boras. So he does.
Send him to Cleveland. We're taking.
Sure. Scott Boras every year does a state of Scott Boras clients interview where, the commissioners will get up and talk about the whole league and everything that's going well with whatever league they're in charge of. He does that at these GM meetings just about his players. He wears a logoed shirt that has his logo for his company and then has a backdrop with the logo on it too.
It's a SB.
I think it's just a B. But he does like a pun. I want you to see if you can pick up when the puns start with Scott Boras talking about the polar bear himself, Pete Alonso.
Pete, at this point in his career, he's about winning, no doubt. Had that question a lot. There's no doubt that Pete's pursuers are primed to pay the power piper. Pete picked the perfect period to play preeminently at a primary position. a playoff parched plethora will pounce to participate in the polar plunge.
Great. I love the nursery rhymes. Good job, Scott Boras. You're one of the worst things that's ever happened to baseball. Go to hell.
What the hell was that?
He's an idiot.
What was
He's an
that?
arrogant, multimillionaire idiot.
It was creative.
Who just...
It was creative.
This guy is... One of the reasons why baseball has been largely ruined is because he is the guy who tells all of his dudes to go seek. I don't mind you trying to get the most money for your clients. I don't mind any of that. He's the guy who almost single-handedly has given baseball players the entitlement attitude that they all have now, which is the like, oh, no, I need to go out there and just get my swing. I don't need to worry about actually playing for my team or doing the right. I got to worry about me. Now, this one isn't quite egregious, but see if you can pick this one up. This is about Alex Bregman. And Alex Bregman obviously played for the Astros, played for Boston, and he made some references to famous Boston restaurant, Dunkin' Donuts, in this response.
I would certainly think that, like in Boston, we learned a lot about Bregman in 25, because in Boston, prior to 25, they had a lot of lineup do-not holes. And certainly, prior to 25, Boston has been a kind of a club that's been has Duncan well below the playoff line. So I think it was a bad roast in Beantown, and certainly, and give the owners credit in 25. They went out and spent some Starbucks to bring in a Bregman blend that led them to the playoffs. So I'm sure the Boston fans don't want this to be just a cup of coffee. And no one wants a Brexit.
Oh, God.
I can't lie. I like the guy.
Why do you like? No. He is one of the most punchable humans on the face of the earth. Scott Boras. No, stop.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's right. Thank you.
And we are now dumber.
So bad. By the way,
a simple no would have been fine.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what Scott Boras spent his time doing yesterday. I also have to take. I hate to do this because this guy won a championship for my team, Wilfried Nancy. I love the guy. He's head coach of the Columbus Crew. However, he was talking about the playoff series with Cincinnati. Just wrapped up last weekend. Crew didn't get it done. They're out of the playoffs. FC Cincinnati moves on. Or as I like to call them, Kentucky FC. So the way this series worked, Tyvis, it's a best of 3.
Yes.
You win one, you lose one. Third game, whoever wins that wins.
All or nothing.
Doesn't matter if you win one game 1-0, and then the other team wins 8-0. The third game is just zeros across the board.
Yes.
Well, in soccer, there are some games, there are some series they play, especially in Europe, where you have the aggregate score, meaning you might play home and away, and if you get 3 goals in the first game, you're up 3-0 in the series. And then if the other team scores 2 goals in their win,
it's 3-2.
You win 3-2. Even though you both won one and lost one, it's the aggregate score.
Okay.
That's not how this is set up in MLS.
Correct.
That's not the way this playoff series was. Everyone knows this. So Wilfried Nancy's talking to the media, and he said, first of all, congrats to Cincinnati, but over 3 games, how many goals did we score? 5? How many did Cincinnati score? 3 goals? We won 5-3, but we are out? And then he was saying this has to change. You don't get to make that argument when they didn't spring the rules on you afterward and be like, surprise, it actually doesn't have to do with aggregate goals. Everyone knew in this game, if you win 2 games, you go through. And that's what Cincinnati did. As much as I can't stand them, Wilfried Nancy, you need to shut the hell up on this one. Don't just take your L and go to Celtic and be their coach like you're probably going to do anyway this offseason.
Is that what you're really mad about?
I'm just mad in general because this Crew season sucked and they got rid of Cucho Hernandez last year 3 days before the season started, and I've never gotten over it. I probably never will.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Like, we scored 5.
You should have seen your face when T-Bone was explaining aggregate.
Isn't it? Yes. Major League Soccer and soccer in general just loves to come up with these rules that make it so hard to understand.
That is That is so terrible,
isn't it?
Like,
yes.
What league agrees to that?
Champions League, among others. Like, that's what they've done for years. Is like you play 2 games home and away, so both teams get a home game, and then whatever the combined score is of those 2 games, that's who wins.
You play 2 games.
Yeah. Not 3. Not a best of 3.
Why not just, why not a best of 3? I don't understand.
Because then that would be an advantage for one of the teams.
Good, man, good. So you mean the regular season is meaningful? Is that what you're saying?
This is why soccer's so complicated. Because then there's these are teams playing each other from other leagues. Like a German team plays an English team in the championship. They play in different domestic leagues. And then they meet each other in the Champions League. So there's no this is the higher seed or that's the higher seed. They just 2 teams get a home and away. That's how it works. And the combined score, it's stupid. I agree with you. I'm just pointing out.
I hate it. Well, if it's that big of a deal, just beat on the neutral site.
Just Wilfried Nancy, take your L. Just acknowledge you lost and move on. Give them all the credit and say nothing else. We'll come back. What NFL games have our attention this weekend? We'll tell you in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, some good news here. We have a crash that should be clearing up for our friends in New Albany. It's happening on 62 at South County Line Road Northwest. Lane restrictions still happening in both directions, though, but travel time's not too bad. Really picking up. Going to average this time around. Just make sure to pack the patience just in case crew members are still out and about. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we helped Tom.
Hi, my name's Tom. I've been a patient at Tri-State Men's Health, and I'm being treated for low testosterone. I didn't really notice the issue of just the energy and feeling slow in the middle of the day and waking up feeling as if I hadn't even gone to bed. When I walked into Tri-State Men's Health, I was extremely impressed from the get-go with the results of the treatment. I wake up in the morning now with clarity. I have had more energy in working out. I definitely have increased my strength. I would say that if there are men out there who experience some of the same problems that I did with inability to sleep well and waking up without feeling refreshed and having your energy flagging throughout the day, go see Tri-State Men's Health. It's changed my life and it'll change yours too.
Thanks, Tom. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Your boy Bert Kreischer is back.
Woo! I'm back, baby!
And he's giving you permission to party. So grab a friend and meet him in Columbus at the Schottenstein Center.
Done, son.
Get tickets now at bertbertbert.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
NFL action coming up this weekend. Got a lot of it for you, of course. Here on The Fan, we will have the Browns game for you coming up. That's a 4:25 game this weekend.
How do you feel about that, Tyvis?
You're a big fan of that, right? Later the game, the better for Tyvis.
No, I'll get off at 10 o'clock, so 10:30.
And then what time do you get up Monday?
4:45. Cutting into my sleep time a little bit.
A little bit. Why don't you just sleep here?
Back-to-back weeks, too, because it's 4:25 this week. I think it's 4:05 next week. So yeah.
Hey, well, when you've got a 2-7 football team, you're going to get these primetime matchups. That's what you all expect for the NFL.
I wanted it to get flexed. So
it
flex
should
at
be
1 o'clock.
Well, the rest of the country will be getting like Chiefs, Broncos, I'm quite sure. But we're all going to be stuck watching the Ravens and the Browns.
Great.
Yay. What fun. So that's a game that has our attention this weekend. Also, now, I'm just going to bring up this. I want to make a point about college football with this NFL game. Bear with me. Commanders, Dolphins. These are 2 3-7 teams. The line in this is the one, by the way, that's in Madrid.
My favorite time slot, personally.
Yeah, it's a 9:30. It's a 9:30 kick.
I enjoyed
early
it too
morning
when
stuff.
we
It's
did
great.
it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I actually had a Sunday. Like we got done at like 3, and I was like, man, this is foreign to me.
Yeah.
Have all this free time in the afternoon.
Well, hey, you know what? You'll have an early morning kind of free time before you go have to talk about the Browns later on in the day this weekend. But the Commanders and the Dolphins, these are not good teams. They're both bad. We know why. There's different reasons. Injuries for the Commanders. Dolphins just poo. But either way, Dolphins are favored by 2.5 in this game. It is the Madrid 9:30 a.m. game. I've heard a lot of people talk about the SEC, and they say, oh, man, every week it's so competitive. So competitive. These games are competitive. That's why people are watching. Yeah, they are. They're watching because there's brands and because they don't know who's going to win every game. Mm-hmm. That is fair. That does not mean the SEC necessarily. Those teams are better than, say, your favorite team, Ohio State, or maybe than a Texas Tech or whoever. But I think sometimes we get caught up in that Dan Orlovsky thing about these teams haven't been tested. Here, right, is a prime example in the NFL. Commanders, Dolphins, it's a 2.5-point spread. It's probably going to be a close game, and it is a bum fight in the parking lot. So don't confuse it for a heavyweight fight. Even though it will be a close game, it might have some good competition in it. It might even be fun to watch. I don't know. It is two bad teams. Let's not confuse this, right?
Oh, this is two Hawaiians quarterbacks again because Marcus Mariota's starting and Tua's starting. So,
see, there you go.
That's the last time that happened. That was against the Browns, the Dolphins-Browns, and they both was left-handed.
There you go.
Left-handed Hawaiians, yeah, how rare.
Very rare. And they're both going to start in this game.
And people just assumed that they were best friends because they both grew up in Hawaii.
That's so weird.
Went to the same
That's not a good thing, especially when the when my people start going like, oh, do you know that guy? You look the same. You guys know each other? Like, no, that's never a good thing. Don't do that. Bucks and Bills at 1:00 on CBS. Bills favored by 6.5 in this one.
Well, you know,
it's in Buffalo.
At least one of us is going to be certainly locked into that game.
Yeah, let's see it, Baker.
See,
let's see it.
Oh, Dylan, you mean this isn't a Super Bowl preview for you? You're not looking at this as maybe we'll see this again a little bit later on?
They had 3 games in a row where they're actually playing someone worth a damn. They lost the first one last week against the Patriots. They got the Bills tomorrow and the Rams next week. 0-3 for Baker, probably.
Wow. 0-3.
You do know that Baker is 4-1 on the away this year, right?
Against bums.
I'm just saying, he's 4-1. Now, the Bills are also 4-1 at home, so something's got to give.
Also, the Bills are an anomaly this year. Like, what are they doing? They beat the Chiefs and they lose to the Dolphins.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have actually no faith in the Bills beating the Bucks. I'm just assuming that when crunch time comes around, that old Baker will fold against a good team. But I don't even know what the Bills are.
When the last time you looked at the standings?
Look at the standings all the time.
It's always a race for that 7th seed.
Yes.
And you just see that the Chiefs, if it ended today, the Chiefs would not be in the playoffs.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's
well, the Jags are ahead of them for that 7th spot because they have the head-to-head, which is
they beat them on that Monday night game.
Could you imagine a world where the Chiefs didn't make the postseason?
They're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, of course. I tend to think that's the case, but yeah, you're right. The playoff picture in the AFC right now, Patriots, who by the way yesterday wore. They should be docked like 2 wins just for those uniforms.
You didn't like them?
No, I didn't like them. They have classic uniforms. They have to go back to the old, what is it called? Patriot Pete or whatever his name is, like that. Go back to that if you need to. The other ones are great.
They look ashy.
They do. It looked like my TV needed adjusted. I was like, what's going on? Why are one of these colors muted? I didn't like
Between
that.
you and Timmy and Scotty Vegas with the the jerseys they wore in the 80s. Why did they ever even change the jerseys?
By the way,
what are we doing?
I like some of the new jerseys, and I do like the current regular Patriots jerseys. Those are fine. Why are you going back? Why are you doing this weird whatever that? What do they call those? Were they like a winter jersey or something? I don't know. They were a throw it in the trash jersey. I didn't like it. The Patriots.
I just think the 3 of you guys that I just mentioned, you're getting in your 40s, you're getting in your get off my lawn movement, and you just want the old stuff.
Probably
you want the nostalgia.
Is there a team that y'all look at like that team definitely is winning the Super Bowl? Because I don't think there's a clear cut like this around this time last year. I was
in the AFC. I have none. I don't feel that at all in the AFC.
Who are you in the NFC?
I mean.
Like today, if you had to pick one team that will win it all, who would you think?
I'm not going to be thrilled if this happens. I acknowledge they have their problems, but I do think it's not unwise if you say, who do you feel like could win a Super Bowl? The ones that just won it last year, who are currently the best record in the NFC and the Eagles, I think like that's not unreasonable to say they're pretty good.
I don't know. It's just like
they got all that drama.
Yeah.
So you know what? So do lots of teams. There's drama all the time. Are you kidding me? Like, how many Super Bowls have the Chiefs won where they had no wide receivers and, like, their drunk son of the coach is, like, out there hitting people with his car, and that they find ways to win? I'm just saying, the Eagles have found ways to overcome drama before. I'm sure they could do it again.
I looked at the last game. Like, it was 10-7. Like, it's not like Saquon's. Like, last year, Saquon was going crazy.
He's doing the Ryan Day. They're just managing the plays.
They
They're just
got
trying
beef with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown mad. He ain't getting the ball.
And yet they're 7-2.
It's just.
And yet they're sitting there.
I don't know. It's just. I don't think they're going to repeat.
So
I don't.
The team on this show, when we did our NFL preview, that I picked to go to the Super Bowl from the NFC was the Rams, and I still like them. But also in week 1, I declared this team dead, and I want to pronounce them from the dead, and that is the Detroit Lions.
Oh, dude. Well, and
they're a wagon.
Again, we're talking about big games for the weekend. Technically, they play Monday night against the Eagles, but that is a huge game.
Yes.
Right? And that has a lot. I think that one feels huge just from the, I know it's regular season. I know it doesn't necessarily fix anything for either team, but whoever wins that one comes out feeling like $1 million and saying, yeah, all right, we know we're two of the best teams in the NFL. We're going head to head, especially the Lions going on the road. If they get that done, if there's a little weather involved too, even better. That will give them all the confidence in the world. So yeah, you're right. A lot of people wrote off the Lions early in the season, and that was a bad idea. They're looking fine. So any other games you want to talk about that you think have your interest? We talked about Chiefs Broncos, but unless you have the package, you're not watching that here. But that's obviously a big one too. Chiefs are favored by 3.5 on the road in Denver.
I already.
You believe in Denver, don't you?
Who?
Oh, no, you don't. I forgot.
The Bo Nix thing, I don't see it right now.
Check down Charlie right there.
I don't know
that is
what's
a guy who loves to throw a pass 4 yards within the line of scrimmage.
Last year, I thought he was really electric. This year, I don't know.
The only other
tripping.
The only other game that I was really looking at with any intrigue,
Bengals Steelers.
Yes, I think the Bengals are in the coffin, but this game could put the nail in it. Like they would just be done for.
I don't think the Steelers going to let them beat them again.
You know, though, the opposite is also true. If they win this game with Joe Burrow hopping around in the practice field and like just raring to go,
yeah, that's why it's intriguing.
That's going to refill all the hope engines for the Bengals warship, is it not?
Yeah.
It's going to get everyone excited and say maybe there's a chance if we beat the Steelers twice and Joe Burrow's coming back. Now we got to still I don't know how you win games without a defense. I don't know how you score 38 points and lose and still feel confident. But I feel like this also has that kind of like we were talking about with the Monday night game for the Bengals only. If you win this game, suddenly you're like, there's a little pathway, a little sliver of hope you start to see. But I'm with you that I think that's a very tough call. Pittsburgh, by the way, favored by 5.5 at home in that game.
See, my thing is that I don't think the Bengals will continue to score 38 with Flacco, and that's why you need Burrow back. I get to the point that the defense sucks anyway, but in order for them to try to win a 38-35 game in December, they need Joe Burrow to do it because, like Tyvis points out all the time, Joe Flacco has a finite amount of games that he's going to play well in, and he's probably nearing that number for the Bengals.
Yeah. I do understand if you are a Bengals fan screaming at your radio right now going, guys, we lost to the Jets and the Bears. Why are you putting this that we're going to go beat the Steelers on the road?
I don't.
Understandable. I'm not even saying it's likely to happen.
The game matters because the Steelers are in first place, but they're only 5-4. They're not running away with anything.
Yes, the game matters because the Ravens and Steelers have urinated on themselves the entirety of this season and left this slightly open for you. But yeah, it gets no easier because then after that, Bengals, I'm playing Tyvis' favorite game. Look at the schedule. Then they got to go play the Patriots.
Isn't it such a fun game?
But you know what? Yeah, I guess if the Bengals fans, you can even acknowledge, most cynical Bengals fan, if you beat the Steelers on the road and the Patriots at home, the hope will abound. And then maybe you get Joe Burrow back for that Ravens game on Thanksgiving. What a sight that would be.
If you look at the schedule, the Browns could still win 10 games.
Oh, I don't even
Come
want
on
to.
now.
No.
Don't turn me up, Dylan.
This is why I hate playing the schedule game because it sucks and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for the Bengals and it's not going to happen for the
8-9 is still definitely in play. Tyvis' prediction.
Okay. We're going to hit the buzzer on this idiotic experiment and talk to Bo Bishop next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, for those living on the west side, we are noticing a crash 270 southbound by Hilliard. And just as you're passing Cemetery Road, shoulder is currently blocked out there. Before, about 10 minutes ago, we had outer lanes blocked, looking a little bit better when it comes to the sites, but first responders still on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Get ready for big savings this season at Germain Toyota. Drive home a rugged 2026 Toyota Tundra with 2.99% APR for up to 72 months, plus get $1,000 in customer cash. Or take the wheel of a 2026 Toyota Camry LE. Lease it for just $269 a month for 36 months with 10,000 miles a year and $32.99 due at signing. Whether it's power or performance you're after, Germain Toyota has the deal to get you there in style. Visit Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Remember that rush you got as a kid ripping open your favorite pack of cards? Well, guess what? You can feel it again at Midwest Cards. Right next to Nationwide Arena, this place is a collector's dream with thousands of packs from all eras. Chase that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, pull a rare Michael Jordan, or even hit your favorite Pokemon and relive that childhood thrill. Plus, you can shop their pack wall, kick back in their roomy sports lounge, or even bring in your old cards to sell or trade. Get to Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
At Kemba Financial Credit Union, we care about you. Consumers like you say they don't want monthly fees for checking, and we listen. Introducing hassle-free checking with no monthly service fee. Use it as an easy place to deposit and transfer your money, along with your everyday banking needs. Plus, Kemba's expansive digital banking services make it easy for you to bank how you want. At Kemba, we're always thinking of ways to put you and your finances first. Visit Kemba.org, federally insured by NCUA. Restrictions apply.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We've got a double jackpot alert. There's over $1 billion up for grabs right now. Tonight's Ohio Lottery Mega Millions jackpot is at least $965 million. And don't forget your Powerball tickets too, with Saturday's jackpot at $546 million. Play today. It's never too early for holiday scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery, because with lots of ways to win, 6 great games, and millions in prizes, scratch-offs can turn any day into a holiday.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio Laws and Commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my good days. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Thanksgiving is about family, gratitude, and connection, not spending hours in the kitchen. This year, let Bob Evans make the meal so you can make the memories. Bob Evans Farmhouse Feasts have everything you need, from slow-roasted turkey and hickory smoked ham to all the classic sides and pies you love. Each feast comes packed cold, ready to heat, serve, and enjoy together at home. Perfect for gatherings of any size. Order yours today for delivery or curbside pickup at bobevans.com, because Thanksgiving is better together. From Bob Evans.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
By the way, 7th caller right now, 614-821-9710. Got to tell us, what does Bert Kreischer say the Russian mafia gave him as a nickname? If you know, you can get 2 tickets to see Bert on November 21st at The Shot. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Hey, that's 1 week from tonight. Ticketmaster.com for more info on that. 7th caller right now with that question. If you know the answer, good luck. You could win. Bo Bishop joining us now. Bo, you a Kreischer guy? Ever watch a little Bert Kreischer special there?
Oh, I was in Tallahassee.
Oh, yeah, so you were right there with him.
I'm well aware of who he is. I didn't know him personally, but a couple of really close buddies of mine knew him very well. And it was it was a Rolling Stone piece that put him on the map. And he's basically Van Wilder.
Yes, he is.
That's what he was.
That was
was kind of based on that.
The movie was based on him, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't get a lot of, I don't think he got anything back for it, but it all worked out well for him. But no, the legend of him was very well known. And I would just tell you this, while there probably weren't anybody else as funny as him running around down there, there were about 160,000 people just like him running around down there.
Yeah.
Like that, just stay in college as long as you can. As long as you can. It's such a great experience.
Yeah, as a guy who only went to college for a year and mostly commuted, I don't think I got the full experience. No. And that's the opposite end of the spectrum right there. Like, I do know a little bit about going to college, but not like that. That's a whole different level.
I didn't know. I went to college in Montana. I didn't know college until I got to the South.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a different league. It's just, you can wear sundresses all the time, guys.
I've heard that's a thing. I've heard it's a very different thing.
Yeah, no hoodies.
By the way, on the Bert Kreischer Florida State, or the Florida thing, because he grew up in Florida, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Are you aware of his story with Danny Graves, former Reds pitcher?
No.
He was being interviewed, Bert Kreischer was, by Danny Graves on I forget what even channel it was. But they were talking, and he said, oh, hey, Danny Graves, that's an interesting name. I used to play baseball, and I used to go against a guy named Danny Graves, who was this awesome pitcher. I wonder whatever happened to him. And he's like, that's me, Bert.
I'm him. Yeah.
Kreischer had no idea that this guy who's a Reds Hall of Famer was a guy he played high school baseball with. It's like a typical Kreischer story, it sounds like.
That's pretty great.
Bo, Bo, can you explain to me how you could be punished for being a dominant team?
Explain. Or expand.
Dan Orlowski saying that.
Yeah.
He said that basically Ohio State, he doesn't believe in Ohio State because they've never been put in a situation where they had to fight back or anything like that. Like, how is it that they're punished for that?
I don't think they're punished. They're the number 1 team in the country, so they're not punished at all. They're favored by 31.5 this weekend in a conference game against UCLA after being favored by 30.5 last week. So I don't think they're being punished. I think what he's saying is probably what a lot of us are curious about, which is, and this is hard, I've talked about this a lot in the last couple of weeks, how do we judge a team that we haven't ever seen get knocked down? And that they probably will get punched in the mouth in Ann Arbor in a couple weeks a little. They're probably going to get punched in the mouth a little bit against Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. And in the playoff, I would assume somebody would. And if nobody does, then they're the best team in the history of college football because they're back-to-back national champions and they're undefeated and nobody's been close to them. But I do think this is a hard team to analyze because they haven't been in harm's way since week 1. And even that, I never thought Texas was going to win. In watching the game, once it started, felt like they were always going to win. So how do you – I think that's what he's getting at is I don't know how to judge them because they haven't been punched in the mouth at all. Now, some of that's their greatness. Some of that's the schedule. Some of that's Wisconsin falling apart, Penn State falling apart, all of it. But it's I aren't we all waiting to see what happens when there's truly adversity?
No.
Well,
no, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm saying I want it. I'm saying I don't know how they're going to respond to it because they haven't had to deal with it.
I guess I see what you're saying, but I also understand that Floyd Mayweather for the majority of his career just never got hit because he was such an excellent boxer. He got out of the way of everything.
He also dodged people for 10 years.
That's fine. That's fair. That's fair
he didn't
too.
Fight everybody.
That's fair.
And that's a sport where there's one guy. I mean, there's only one guy that anybody wanted to see him fight, and he waited until it was done to fight him.
They're about to fight again, I believe.
By the way,
probably do it in the Philippines when they're both 70.
By the way, there's a chance that Ohio State doesn't end up playing the second best team in the country this year. right? I mean, I know the Big Ten Championship says they could play them there, right? But let's say the actual second best team is a team like Alabama or something. On paper, maybe the toughest matchup. I don't know. I'm just saying there's a chance in the playoffs someone else gets them because of a matchup. And then, like, my point is you could occasionally miss the best opponent and still win your championship. And at some point, if you're that dominant, I don't think a lot of people are going to care. So
nobody is. They're number one.
Yeah, right?
Like no one's coming for them.
Right.
They're number one. They're 30-point favorites. Like, no one's disrespecting Ohio State in any way. You have the top two.
I mean, Orlovsky is a little bit.
No, he's not. I think what he's saying is I don't know how to judge him. That's how I read that. I don't know because they've never, and he's probably right. Do it. All the teams that we've had come through here who were number one, and think of the things they had to get through to get there.
Yeah, again, I feel like we're rewarding adversity. We went back and looked at Miami, when their great seasons that they've had, and like back in early 2000s, and they were a team that, really faced no adversity, and everyone viewed it back then as that's a great statement to how good they are, and I think most people are saying that with Ohio State too. Yeah, you're right.
The number one team, like they'd be favored over everybody in the country. I tell you, want to do that game in a really fun way? Go pull up 95 Nebraska.
Yeah,
and
I haven't
see
done that.
That's dominance. And that's what, the other thing is, though, if you pull up, I don't know about Miami's schedule in 2000, but they got scared by Virginia Tech in either 2000 or
2001. Yep, we looked it up.
Yeah, and Florida State scared them in
2002. The next season.
The next season. Yeah, so they got scared a couple of times, and 95 Nebraska played a bunch of ranked teams. We haven't, and it's not our fault. You can't do anything about it. Like, the schedule is what it is, and they're dominating who they're dominating. It's just what's going to happen if they ever get pushed around. I don't know. God, hopefully it never happens.
No.
Hopefully you just win every game by 30, and you're the greatest team in the history of college football. Joe Burrow and you boys go to the side, and this is it.
Dang, I'm looking at this 1995. Hey,
dude,
the closest game was 35-21 against Washington State.
That's right.
Well,
that's the most dominant team that I've ever seen with my own eyes was 95 Nebraska.
More of that coming up. Plenty of football discussion, I'm sure. NFL, college football. Anything else you want us to tease before we get out of here?
I'm in an okay mood. I should be in a better mood on a football Friday, though. Right? I mean,
I know how that
we're going to play the bells, and I'm going to try to sell it the best I can. I'm going to Don Draper it up a little bit, boys. We'll see what we can do.
There we go. Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
The Pelicans of the NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans, they have a guy I bet everybody knows. Willie Green is their head coach. I bet everyone knows they're off to a 2-9 start. I know I'm just telling you stuff you already know. However, weird situation because there are rumors that he may get fired. How odd is it that this is what's going on? The last few games when they've been announced at the home games, they announce the roster, and then they go silent on who the head coach is. Usually they do this at every game, right? They say the players and then they say who coaches the team, and then that's
your
it.
Head coach, Kenny Atkinson.
Right. That's just like, and then they go on. They have not introduced him. They asked him about this, and he said, I didn't ask for that to happen. They said, are you okay with it? He said, I guess I'm fine. I guess I'll do whatever, but weird situation.
Writings on the wall.
Yeah, it sounds like it is. Not a good weekend for him. Hopefully you have a better Friday, and when you get to it, a great weekend. Bishop and Friends are up next. We will recap all the action on Monday with you right here on T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at a couple of traffic alerts in and around the metro. The first one happening by the airport. It's a crash on 670, that westbound direction as you're passing that 270 split. Left shoulder currently blocked out there. We're also noticing a disabled vehicle south of the city as you're heading really downtown. 71 northbound in that direction at Greenlawn Avenue. Right lane currently blocked out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.